We here!
Yes, sir! Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the 6-Yard Box podcast for episode 107, where we had an action-packed couple of days of sports, but today we are just focusing on the recent action in the Club World Cup. And for the first time since this tournament started, we have a four-man!
Yes!
I'm going to go around in the J shape right here next to me, making his return after 2 episodes off. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm good. Thank you very much. My name is Miles, by the way. It's okay.
We just discovered that I forgot about his birthday.
No, it's fine. You just didn't say my name to introduce me. But yeah, it was good. Happy to be back, though. It's like nice and air conditioned in here. It is really hot right now in Toronto. I had to mention the weather when being
it's like 36 degrees.
It's definitely taking control of my life this past couple days. But good to be back. Lovely to see you all. Blake, great to see you as well.
Speaking of heat,
Yes.
where were you?
I was in Florida. I don't know why I said it like
Welcome
that.
back.
you were in Florida?
Okay, like, why?
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
okay,
sorry. I'm sorry.
bro.
I'm
It's
sorry.
fine.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was in Florida. It was
Sorry.
good. Orlando. Had a great time. Got a little tan, hopefully.
Hopefully.
That was me aura farming. but
Chad,
yeah.
drop a comment if you think he's tan.
Yeah. But yeah, it was good. It was a lot of fun. I still kind of kept up with the Club World Cup as much as I could.
Yeah.
Flamengo specifically?
Fluminense, some might say. But yeah, they've done well. I've been happy with the tournament so far, honestly, besides the lack of fans in some of the stadiums. But it's been good. It's been fun to keep up with, and I'm excited to keep it going.
And last but certainly not least, European champion
Oh my God.
Antoine.
Are we still-
How
how long are you doing
Yeah,
that?
that has
He said he was going to do it for the entire season
Yeah.
until there's new champions crowned.
Did you lose a bet or something?
No, he just said he would.
I just said
It
I
was in the
would
heat
in
of
the
the
heat of the moment.
Yeah.
I did.
I
You know
wish-
what, lads? If you guys win the Champions League, I'll say it twice, each episode. Swear to God, I will.
And we will say for you too. But that might not happen anytime soon.
I'm certainly not saying that to you. I'm sorry.
Not for another couple of years, that's for sure.
Yeah.
What if Portugal win the World Cup? Will you refer me to
World champion? Sure.
I guess.
I mean, we'd have to.
But that's like, it's different when it's your nation. Like, it's like, like, anyway.
It'd be
sorry.
really bad if PSG win the Club World Cup, and I try calling him world champion.
Bro,
you have to
That's
double
when
I
it
mean,
gets
they
bad.
just they lost Butch
That's when it
Folk,
gets
so-
bad.
What's Folk, yeah.
Yeah.
What's Folk beat us?
I wish I was there, bro.
It was a cool episode. A little 2-hour episode.
Yeah, actually, I don't wish I was there. Fuck that.
Yeah. It's been a crazy week of sports, eh? We had Game 7 of the NBA Finals yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Shout out.
We had some big UFC news, which I won't get into.
Oh my god.
John Jones retired.
So he only fought one guy in this title reign?
Don't get me
Like,
started.
that's
Don't get me
crazy.
started. TKO in general been a bad year for them.
Oh,
Been a bad year for
agreed. Well,
them. Yeah.
it's been
Money
hit
in
or
the
miss
Bank
for
was good.
WWE.
Apparently,
So
was
that's
it
what
good?
we're
Yeah,
doing.
it was good.
It was good.
Good.
Yep. No, but imagine if like there is no comparison really. Basically, the number one challenger he ducked for 2 years almost, and then led everybody on to believe that he would take it. And then 6 months after his last fight, he retires, just because he's ducking this one guy.
He's the GOAT though, no?
He's supposed to be, but he's not my GOAT.
Why?
Multiple failed PED tests, multiple allegations of domestic abuse. Hit
All
a
right, that's
pregnant
not-
lady in a car and then ran from the scene.
He what?
He what?
He what?
He hit.
Why are you
I hate John Jones, so this is fine. Hit a pregnant lady driving probably under the influence, but we'll never know if he was actually under the influence because he fled the scene
Interesting.
How do they know it was him?
because it was his car registered under him.
Oh.
Yeah, at the Supreme Court. Yeah. Multiple failed PED tests, multiple canceled fights because he failed drug tests.
So like kind of Greenwood-esque, some would say.
It's almost like if we all pretended Greenwood was like the best player of all time.
Loki, he might have had a chance. Not of all time, but
Who, Greenwood?
A great little player.
It's like if he came back to United
yeah.
and we all just pretended like
pretended
nothing
it was
happened.
fine.
Swept it
Yeah.
under the rug.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair. Okay.
Anyways, Tyrese Halliburton yesterday broke my heart.
Bro, that
even
was
more,
sad.
actually.
That was sad. That sucked.
I know, but let's get into the football. This. I was gonna say this is the real football
Whoa.
podcast. It's not the real football podcast,
But it is though.
But
in some essence, it
it
is.
kind of is.
Yeah.
It's the 6-Yard Box podcast where we've had latest in the Club World Cup. I'm gonna say as well. How's like your experience been watching the Club World Cup? Like, have you enjoyed it? Are we living up to it? Are we like
Well, I mean-
kind of sipping the juice?
You said this before. The biggest fear going into this was that all the European teams would just dominate, and it would be boring for us because it
I
would
did
just be
say
like a
that.
pseudo
I
Champions
did
League, like
say
you
that.
said.
I did say that.
But I mean, the South American teams have been absolutely cooking. So what is there not to love? You know?
The upsets have been fun. That's been obviously the best part. But even just the random performances, like that striker on
Igor Jesus,
the Lorch.
Lorch.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just like the random performances, which I kind of said earlier. The random people, the random players, the random nostalgicness that you
Yep.
see from whoever's playing on whatever Brazilian team is like really fun to watch.
Absolutely.
And again, the upsets have been fantastic.
Yeah. The game that sold me a little bit on this Club World Cup and why it's exciting, which we can get into now, is Bayern's win over Boca Juniors. Because Merentiel tied it up 1-1. The fans in the stadium were going absolutely berserk. And I realized, like, yeah, the European fans may not give a damn. We may be concerned about player health, etc. But there is a really good side to this tournament. And Boca Juniors, along with the rest of the South American teams, are really selling this to me.
Yeah.
I have to say. Now, I've talked to you a few times about, like, the people that are just going to watch from, like, the quarters, the semis, the final. They're not going to end up liking this tournament. Because it's probably going to be European teams with, like, you know, maybe like a Boca or a Botafogo in there, maybe.
Probably
And
not Boca, but
yes,
maybe Botafogo.
like a River Plate or one of those. One of those.
Flamengo, perchance.
Flamengo, perchance, yeah.
Fluminense.
But it's more. I'm still like 95% sure that
Yeah.
it's going to be a European champion, and they are not going to have much difficulty eliminating the South Americans or the Africans or the Asians or anybody on their way to the final, the championship. But right now, seeing these teams play and seeing the fans so invested, this is the part that I love. This is what's selling me. Like I am going to be, I don't know if I'll actually end up delivering on this, but I am more excited to watch Boca Juniors even outside of the Club World Cup now. Like the next game between Boca Juniors and River Plate, which will be in a couple of
He's not
of
watching
weeks
it.
or month. It
He
was
is
like a
not watching it.
1% chance of watching before. Now it's like a 7%.
Okay.
And I guess that's kind of the point of this tournament, no?
It is.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
Some
absolutely is.
essence
Exactly.
of what it is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
If you had told me at the beginning of the tournament that I'd be a fan of a completely new team, then I wouldn't have believed you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's facts.
But,
That's
but the
facts.
Mamelodi Sundowns are doing something to me.
Flamengo kid on the way.
Flamengo kit on the way. I have one. I could just give it to you.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh.
he's worn it on the pod.
Yeah, we're not.
Like 2 episodes ago.
Oh, that one. Yeah, facts.
If you watched. I'm kidding.
Well, I mean, that episode that the four of us did right before, like the Club World Cup preview, I feel like that kind of got all four of us, like, really
Yeah,
excited. Like,
that's
definitely, like,
Looking into these teams.
looking
definitely.
into these teams, we were definitely like, oh, yeah, this is going to be something. This is going to be more than what I thought it was going to be.
100%.
So I have a question. Are any of these teams, more the European teams, are they going on preseason tours after this? Like, are they doing a
think
preseason
so.
tournament?
Preseason
not,
for a
right?
lot of them will start in like 3 weeks.
But
But
are they doing it fair?
but the starters probably won't be a part of that.
So I guess my realization of it all is like, why not have this as your preseason warm up kind of thing? I know it's a little bit soon after the season actually ended.
Yeah.
But if this kind of takes place of like a normal preseason overseas tournament that a lot of these European teams tend to do around this time, maybe a little later than what it is usually, why not?
Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe move the start of the tournament a little later, and then obviously whoever's not playing in the tournament can still have their preseason friendlies. They can still go to other cities that aren't in the Club World Cup
Yeah.
at that time. But if this can take the place of like a semi preseason tournament, and it actually be kind of competitive, why
yeah,
not?
but then the clubs aren't earning as much money if that's the case. Because
exactly.
here they get their prize money for being in the Club World Cup, and then 3 or 4 weeks later they
Fair.
get that money to go to Malaysia for
Fair.
a
Okay.
couple of
Fair enough.
of non-important games, right? Plus you also have like the Super Cup that you have to contend with, and then there's
Yeah,
also
fair,
like
fair.
I think the Argentine and the Mexican season hasn't even started yet. Or
Yeah.
sorry, the Argentine season hasn't started yet. So this is like a preseason tournament for them.
Fair.
Which may actually be one of the reasons that they're doing so well, is because their players may not be as tired as the European ones.
True.
So
Fair enough.
anyways,
It
and-
is definitely weird for some of the teams, like the Brazilian teams and the MLS teams, where it's like just halfway in the season you just stop
Yeah.
and then you just go somewhere to play other teams. But whatever, it
Yeah.
is what it is.
You can't schedule this tournament in a time that's not awkward for anybody.
Yeah,
You know what I
facts.
mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, in this game, it was Harry Kane opening the score, and then it was Merentiel, who's been impressing me this tournament
Yeah.
a lot, with a beautiful goal don't know if you've seen it. It was like one of those where like, you know, like you knock it past the defender and then run around him. Oh, I love those skills.
Double tap RB.
Yes,
Yeah.
he double tapped RB
Yeah.
and then he finished far post on
The
Neuer,
bridge.
and it was beautiful.
So good.
R1.
And the fans went wild. It was looking like a party. It looked like our power rankings list was screwed, and then Elise wins it with just a
It
couple
looked like
minutes
it was
to
going to get screwed a lot of times, but it got saved every single time.
go. Flamengo's win earlier in the day kind of screwed it.
Yeah.
Wait, can I see the power rankings? I haven't seen them. I'm just a bad
Julian's
fan.
one?
I can see yours.
I'll tell you mine.
Yeah. I
So
mean, I have
as
mine right
of as of Friday, I had Bayern first, Juventus second, Man City third, PSG fourth, Botafogo fifth, Palmeiras sixth, Inter Miami seventh, Real Madrid eighth, Al Hilal ninth, Chelsea 10th. That would look way different now.
When did Chelsea lose? To
They lost,
lost the day
Friday of the,
Oh,
the
okay,
day that we
okay,
recorded.
okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now if I made it again, Flamengo would certainly be top 10.
Flamengo was top
Chel-
10 for me already. So.
Yes, sir, my boy.
Chelsea would be like 16th or something. They'd probably
Okay.
be below. They might be below the Sundowns. They may be below the Sundowns.
Maybe.
Yeah. And then at the bottom you had Esperance de Tunis in 29th. They'd be higher now. Seattle 28th.
They didn't win. They drew.
They did.
They won?
They won.
They won. Yeah.
Against
Yusuf,
who?
Yusuf Belaili against Los Angeles FC.
Oh my! I did see that. That's
That was-
embarrassing.
Yeah, that was big. That's
Yeah.
massive for them.
Where are they from again?
They're from Tunisia.
Yeah, Tunisia.
So what does that mean? Esperance. What is that?
It's like hope.
Hope of Tunisia.
Yeah.
Oh my God! That's a crazy cool name. What the fuck? Bro, that's a crazy cool club name. That's like a boat you go on, like a cruise ship.
Yeah.
The Hope of Tunisia. That's like a
Uh-huh.
cruise ship you could go on. That's a sick ass fucking name. Is
What?
that actually Hope or you
Yeah,
just like?
I'm pretty sure it's hope.
What if we had
It's like
that
the
in the
closest
Premier League,
translation.
where like all the names in Latin meant something like Arsenal was like the heart and soul of Islington or something like that? It's just like something really deep.
I played for Islington
Yeah.
before.
What?
I played for Islington before.
Oh yeah.
On the bench or?
Islington?
No,
What?
no. There's Islington, like the road Islington nearby here.
Oh, I understand.
Anyways. Yeah, they have some pretty cool club names in Tunisia, man. They have Étoile du Sahel.
Wait, it's
Star-
Like the
no,
star,
that's
the star
Star.
of Sahel.
École school.
They have another Étoile. They have a Club African.
Nice.
African club.
Yeah.
What?
Wait, no, wait. Is that U.S. Tatooine?
Tatooine?
Oh,
The
no.
Star Wars
It's
planet?
been
Like
like-
the
it's been
Star
like
Wars
10
planet.
it's been like
U.S.
10 minutes
Tatooine
and
or
this
us
is already-
Tatooine.
Oh my
For
god,
real.
that's amazing. Zarzi. There you go.
Wait, I want to go back to Club African.
yeah.
Desertin?
Can we check their squad list?
Their squad
Like
list.
their squad?
Like,
Their yeah.
Actually, it's not even available here.
yeah, they don't even have it. Let's see their recent. They recently lost to Esperance de Tunis, and it
Labidi.
doesn't even have the game info on it.
Labidi
That's-
scored a pen though.
Labidi.
Good,
Labidi.
cool little player.
Yeah,
Keep an eye
it's a
out for him.
cool logo. It's like yeah. Anyways, we're going off the rails. Going off the rails.
Is there any
already.
rails to go on to though?
No,
Like
there
what?
is. There is.
There was 3 game weeks that you guys missed.
I want to talk.
Right?
We should talk about.
days,
I don't have
yes.
much to say on this,
Or
but
days, yeah.
I would like to get your guys' comments on the job that Felipe Luis is doing as manager for Fluminense.
We knew it was amazing before, and
Mm.
even now, like he looks cold on the sideline there with his little black T-shirt.
I know.
He's probably boiling,
The
but
slick back hair.
You know
Yeah.
what's crazy? He has the same amount of trophies as he has losses for Flamengo.
Really?
He's won 3 trophies and lost 3 games.
Wow.
Damn.
that's the shit that Zidane was saying in his time at Real Madrid. That's crazy.
People are giving shouts for him to be soon like the next Brazilian manager.
I mean, Carlo Ancelotti just came in.
I know, but like the Brazilian national
the
team's,
future?
like,
Yeah, I
of
see
the
it.
You know what?
future.
I would like to see him in Europe eventually, just because obviously I've been doing my Flamengo research.
Some managers
but,
are meant to be in Brazil.
but that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like I would enjoy to see him outside of Brazil, so I could be more locked into what he's actually doing. But hey, I guess that's what this tournament does. Is it opens your eyes to different things that you wouldn't expect to be interested in.
Absolutely. Totally. What did we make of Nicholas Jackson's red card?
Oh
lads?
my god.
What an idiot. What an idiot.
Yeah, he might be gone, lads. Like, imagine being a Chelsea fan, and after watching him for 2 years, he does this in a game that I guess doesn't really matter, but does matter.
it does.
It
Everyone
does.
knows.
It does.
Like we're
course
okay,
it
so we're
does.
on the vibe that the Club World Cup matters, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Just imagine if your favorite your striker did that, an Arsenal striker, United striker, after everything that they've been through, that his passes brought towards him. He's not him. He's just not him.
He's just not him.
What does he do well? He can't shoot. He can't dribble.
Yep.
He's not really good at the hold up play. He loses his head apparently. I don't know.
What about Liam Delap? Jesus, he played terrible.
He wasn't amazing. Came off with about half an hour to go for Nicholas Jackson, and then Jackson gets sent off like 3 minutes in.
Yeah, that was bad. Talk about a cameo, man.
Sorry, I just a little off. I don't know if we've already talked about it, but like Liam Delap signing, like, you know,
He
I
could be
agree.
good. I think he could be okay.
He could be.
He could
I
be.
don't know.
Jackson's also the guy. Like he gets subbed on in the 64th minute. Then in the 65th minute, Flamengo score, and the reason they score is because he loses his man.
Jackson,
Oh,
really?
right.
He's the
Oh
one.
my
He's the one
goodness.
covering Danilo. He loses his
Oh,
man, and then 3 minutes after that, he gets sent off.
yeah.
Jesus
I love the stats.
Christ.
4 minutes
Yeah,
played,
bad.
2 touches, 0 of 0 accurate passes, ground duels 2, 1, 0, 1, 0 of them.
Ugh.
Possession lost once, foul once.
And then you need to bring on another attacker to grab a goal back, and you're bringing on Mark Gui. Come on.
Low key.
No, don't sell me on Mark Gui.
I have high hope
Don't
for him.
sell me on Mark Gui.
To be honest, he was a
No.
fantastic super sub in the Tranmere Rovers career mode this past year. So
He's so terrible.
no, he was good, man. He was 2-footed in that career
IRL.
mode. Well, I don't know. But all I know is ASAP Rockies Tranmere Rovers did very well
Yeah.
with Mark Gui as a super
It
sub.
would have been
striker.
nice to have, you know, like a fast guy who had a lot of talent, someone like Mudryk, but shame. Couldn't bring him on.
So when
'cause
is he back?
in 4
2020, if he gets convicted, if he gets found guilty, which I don't think will happen.
Really?
No, I don't think will happen. I think if
Okay.
they find him like any guilt, it'll be like a year or two. Honestly, I don't think he'll be gone for the full 4
But
years.
if he was gone for the 4 years, full 4 years, he still, I think, has like 4 more years on top of that on his contract with
2
Chelsea.
years after that, yeah.
'Kay.
Arsenal dodged a bullet there, eh?
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God.
And you know what? I still see a player there, but yeah, let's get
Yeah.
your guys' opinions on it because we talked about it a bit last week,
Yeah.
but
It's kind of crazy. Like, I was at a funeral when no, it's just funny. Like, I was at a funeral when I think the news broke that he went to Chelsea, and I was like, bro, what terrible timing. Like, it's just
Just adding
What
salt
was
to the wound.
what was sadder, the funeral or the news that he went to
no,
Chelsea?
obviously the funeral.
Okay.
But I was just like, damn, what terrible timing. But then I guess like that was actually God's way of like giving me a gift, you know? Like,
guys, this is just so terrible because Mykhailo Mudryk was supposed to come to Arsenal.
You know what's funny? You guys
It
ever
breaks
seen?
mid-speech. You're like,
You
"Oh."
guys ever seen that clip in the movie The Incredibles where Dash is running and the father? I have a point here, and the father is like, "Make it close, but don't finish first." You know what I'm talking about in the last scene
No.
of the movie The Incredibles?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I saw a tweet. Someone quote tweet that clip in response to Mykhailo Mudryk getting found out of using illegal substance. But this guy, he was taking performance enhancing drugs, but his performances weren't being enhanced by the drug. So it was kind of like, you kind of
I
saw
guess
the
so.
contrast to that. It was very
no,
funny.
I guess you.
Yeah. So
So, Drew, what was your question?
What?
You said you want to hear our thoughts on Mudryk?
Yeah, like I think if Arsenal signed him, I still maintain that if Arsenal signed him, he'd be a much different player nowadays.
Maybe.
However, would he be 80 million worth? Probably not.
Well, his debut was like a
Promising.
top 10 debut of all time, if we're honest.
Yes.
Besides him actually like scoring, dude, he was
looked
attacking
like a player,
defenders. He was tricky with his feet. He was scary to watch, especially as a rival fan. I was like, we fucking missed out on this guy.
Yep.
Obviously, that's not the case anymore. I can't say that I'm sad that Arsenal didn't sign him, but I kind of agree with you. There's definitely still something in there.
100%. And I think if you're a winger that's so dependent on confidence, going to Chelsea is the worst move you could do. It's so terrible.
Yeah.
Like having this competition, being in that terrible environment. Like, yeah, players that don't have the ability are just not going to, no matter what situation they go to.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd be remiss not to think that he would be better, almost much better, if he wasn't on the blue side of London.
Fair.
Be an upgrade on Martinelli. That version of Mudryk would be.
Yeah. Okay. I understand what you're saying.
Yes.
He
Yes.
scored against Arsenal, remember?
Did he?
Probably.
Damn.
That shit pissed me off.
Anyways, more general about Chelsea. I didn't see much from Cole Palmer in this game, and it
Yeah.
made me sad.
He was
'cause I
really
had him in
quiet.
fantasy. But
His fall off.
not fall off.
Well,
bro.
it's been half a year
Fall
now.
off.
It's not a fall off, but
It's
That hasn't been.
It's a
It's
massive
been- guys,
underperformance.
it's been half
I
of a
agree.
year.
I agree with what you're saying. It's been now like his second half of the season. If you don't watch the Conference League final, which is very good from him,
yeah.
Yes.
you're kind of trying to find the old Cole Palmer
Yeah.
that we had last year
Yes.
and in the beginning of this
Yes.
season as well.
I mean, Foden went through the exact same thing, and our narrative and our thoughts on him are different than they were
No,
a year ago. Are they not?
I still hold Foden to such a high.
I certainly don't, because it's been what he scored his first goal in 20 games at the Club World Cup
Yes, but
Yeah.
it doesn't mean
for
that
a guy that was the best winger slash midfielder out of the group
Facts.
of Palmer, Foden, Saka, Gordon. He was the best, and then he went a year, 6 months doing what he did at City, which was not good. And then my opinion is starting to change on him, and it's starting to change on Cole Palmer as well.
Well, I mean, you can the quality of a player doesn't just leave
Sure.
in 6 months.
Did with the
Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. I think it's almost like his production, like he had last season, is almost not needed as much,
Yeah.
and kind of the load is taken off of him a little bit when you have, like Pedro Neto stepping up more than you would have last season on the wing. You have
He looks
Enzo
decent.
Fernandez looking like a great player. You have arguably the best midfield in the world, up there. You have Reece James back from injury now.
Jeez, Rams.
Shout out. Generally, Chelsea have been a much better team than they were when Cole Palmer was actually at his best. And part of the slide in production is not just because he's not hitting the form like he used to. It's also because he's just not needed as much.
That's a fair point.
I'm sure Chelsea fans are not that worried about Cole Palmer right now.
Yeah, it's
because
the last of their
they
worries,
are a
for
much
sure.
better side.
That's fair. I agree with that, but with these type of players, you need the GAs for their confidence, but also for the team eventually. You can't just go a whole season, a whole 6 months with his GA being like what? I don't know what it was, 4 or 5 for the second half of the season. You're going to need it eventually. I'm sure it'll be back in August when they start up again, but
I'm not hitting the alarm bells
Fair.
on
Okay.
Cole Palmer just yet. But he has been a little bit of a disappointment for the Chelsea team at the Club World Cup, and I've been suffering in my fantasy team for it.
Didn't he get an assist in the first game?
No,
I think
I
he
don't
did.
think so.
I think he did.
Oh, maybe he did.
I'm so not excited for FPL to come back, guys.
No.
Well, you're doing better now.
I
with
know.
your-
I
cooking.
kind
You're
of like
cooking.
Club
You're
World
doing
Cup.
better
fans.
now.
He talked to a coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And he put him he's on the right tracks.
Yeah.
Shout out Flamengo, man. They're freaking killing it, making South America proud
Yeah.
and surprising us.
It's my team, man.
That's what we needed in this Club World Cup, man. That's what we needed. We needed one of the underdogs to
Yeah.
show up.
Absolutely.
I'm saying underdogs, but I think anybody
Just
in
not
Brazil.
the European.
One of the
just any
non-European
team that's
teams,
not
yeah.
European.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Because
absolutely.
even like if Benfica did something, it's kind of like, all right, sure, you're not the cream of the crop,
Of
but you're
course,
still
yes.
pretty high on the pecking
Yeah,
order.
I mean, they could still do. They play Bayern tomorrow, so they could still do something.
Right.
They could still finish first of the group for all we know.
Good. Yeah. They won 6-0 against Auckland City.
The over/under
was
is
looking-
very much on. It's scary now
It's great line.
So if you guys don't
Great
know,
line.
because I'm sure you guys didn't watch the 1 hour something. We have an over/under on
Fans.
Auckland City conceding goals.
Ooh,
It's at 20.5. They're on 16
Oh.
with 1 game to go.
ooh, so they gotta,
No, there's-
they gotta
oh.
concede
think
less
the-
than
The
5.
over is
less than
so
5.
on.
Yeah, the over.
Over
the
is
over.
so
Who are they playing?
Cash, no.
Boca.
Boca.
But Boca are going to be trying because they need to get more than 6 goals to beat Benfica in the group, assuming Benfica lose to Bayern.
By 1 goal.
Mm-hmm.
For a goal differential, so they
Yeah.
will be trying. is what you're
Trey,
saying?
interesting.
They're going to be trying, just like Benfica was trying. Like we scored our 4th and 5th goal, and Bruno Lage is on the touchline going like, "Okay, like come on, let's get another one."
Yeah.
And that's literally what we talked about after the first week, is that if Boca and Benfica lose to Bayern,
By the same score, by the same difference.
yes, it's going to come down to who beats Auckland City More.
Who scores more?
Who scores more against Auckland City?
Interesting.
Interesting.
Exactly. So I was really worried because at halftime it was only 1-0, and I was like, oh no, this is looking bad. Like Auckland City
We
made
were
like
watching the first 15 minutes.
they made like 5 or 7 changes to their lineup. They brought in this kid named Nathan Garrow.
The goalkeeper?
Wow.
Yeah.
Hit that first half, this kid was
He's on the map now.
crazy.
Like, is he keeper?
20 years old. Goalkeeper, yeah.
He played very well.
He played
Arsenal
very
should
well.
sign him, man. We need a backup keeper.
I would say
I
like
don't think he's a backup keeper yet.
Okay.
He showed promising
like,
things, but he's not.
hashtag United should sign him.
Yeah.
type of thing.
Maybe
you
like
know?
Definitely.
Hashtag
yeah, you know.
like a Wickham.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the manager of Mamelodi Miles made it one of his top priorities for this coming week to insert at least 1 or 2 Boca Junior players so that it can really push on, knowing with that in mind that
Right.
That's
Interesting.
smart from you. That's what I did. That's what I've done these past 2 weeks.
Wait,
and it's paid off.
he's very proud of what he's
Were you
done.
talking about Auckland or Boca?
We're talking
both.
about Auckland, but
Auckland.
Okay.
But Boca play Auckland,
Right. Okay.
so
okay.
you know, with that in mind, he's planning ahead for.
Yeah, they made a bunch of changes to their lineup. They looked actually much
I mean, the
better in
deadline
this game.
passed.
Yeah.
Benfica
It's okay.
struggled a lot to break down the defense. But then once you got to like the 55th, 60th minute, the floodgates kind of opened and we looked much better from then. And my nerves were tempered.
very disappointed.
You were nervous?
I was nervous because of
But
what I
you
just
can-
told you,
You
Blake.
can be nervous
I
there.
guess.
We were watching the first 15
Like-
minutes, and Auckland were creating some chance. Like they weren't playing too bad on the ball.
Look at go up to the graph. You were looking, look at that graph, the momentum.
The momentum graph, yeah. But even like in the first 15 minutes against Bayern, like Auckland City did not get out of their half. And I say that sometimes to exaggerate, but I'm not exaggerating here. They could not get the ball out of their half. Whether they played it long, they could not hit the ball that far. Whether they tried playing it short, the press would get them. They could not do anything past their defensive third. But against Benfica, like they would be a little bit more structured. They would get balls up there. They would actually like hold a couple of passes together.
They were
and
moving
they'd
the ball.
they would pin Benfica back a little bit. I'm like, what's happening here?
We were watching Joe. Joe was cooking.
Joe was cooking.
Joe was cooking.
We
Joe
just
was
watching this
cooking.
together?
Yeah, we were.
It was right after pod.
Right
Like
after
we
pod.
finished pod at like 12,
We
and then
bought it at 9 a.m. We came here at 9 a.m. and we were still here to
At
watch
12.
the Benfica game at 12.
That
Yeah.
tracks. That tracks.
yeah, they're doing very, very well. The keeper was impressing me. I was like, this is gonna go so badly. Like Boca is going to smash these boys, and we're gonna go out. But eventually, I think 6 was like the baseline. I was like, let's aim for 6. 6, I'm like a little bit like, okay, fine, and we got 6.
Out of all the teams, so if every single team in the Club World Cup played against Auckland City, who do you think would score the most goals
Oh, I
Against
like
them?
this.
against them?
I think Bayern.
I still
honestly,
think
was a good
Bayern
shout.
like
Yeah.
10 was.
I think it might be Bayern too, because you won't see that like that relentlessness
Yeah.
in any other team. Bayern
Yeah.
have that mentality that even after 10 they want 10 more,
Facts. I agree.
and they're here to kill. They show no mercy.
Like Inter's not doing that. PSG.
PSG might score. PSG
could.
might be up there.
Yeah.
True. I would give a good chance to like one of these like African or South American teams because like they may have a great attack, especially compared to Auckland City, but they may not have the defense to then show out in this tournament like we expected them. But against Auckland, they could push up. And
Like a 15-5 type of game.
what I'm saying, I think Raiders on Mamelodi
Yeah,
Sundowns
yeah.
can score
I
5
think
goals by
absolutely.
himself against
Yeah.
Auckland City.
And then Ribeiro can add a couple more. Right?
Yup.
Yeah, exactly.
Yup.
So we should be good. And Ronwen Williams can add one in there as well.
Why not?
Why not?
Set him up for the corner.
Exactly. It's not like he'll be defending anything.
You guys are
I
crazy.
think genuinely half the teams in this tournament could score 10. against Auckland
City is a big contender.
City's
Yeah.
a big contender.
City would batter
Juventus
them.
is a big contender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think if you were placed in the Auckland City
I
lineup,
asked him that. I asked him.
would you like do a job?
I asked him how long would it take if you were placed
Oh,
in that
boy.
Auckland City team for people to realize that you weren't a professional footballer.
Well, they're
Well, none of them are
semi-professional.
professional football.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. Would you look out of place?
Yeah. And on the other hand, if you were in that Bayern team against Auckland, would people notice?
Oh yeah.
Because they wouldn't.
What position would you have to play for people to not
You
know?
I think
you play center back.
no.
or
I
even-
say right back. I'd be fine.
No, Sasha
but you
Bowie
still have to whip
scored.
in crosses
Sasha
and
Bowie
shit.
scored.
No,
Yeah,
I'm talking
Sasha
about for
Bowie looked
Auckland.
really good.
Oh, for Auckland.
For Auckland, you put me at right back. No one would know I'm not a. I'm not a
Put me as
professional.
striker.
Not allowed.
Yeah, put me a striker.
Because
yeah.
if you put me in goal, they're gonna know. Because I'm actually letting in everything. Like there's no, like it's over.
Well, that's what that's what happened anyways.
But put me at right back, bro. I'll just clear the ball. I'll like try and run past like
Yep,
fucking Kingsley Coleman or whoever's on. That'll be good.
exactly.
Yeah.
Would Real Madrid score more
No,
than 10?
absolutely not.
It'd be the teams that are really good at penetrating
would
low
just aura
blocks.
farm
So
it.
that's why, like, realistic answer, it's probably PSG.
Yeah.
If every team is going up against Auckland City and trying, it's probably PSG. They're the
Yeah.
best at breaking down low blocks. If they have Dembele.
Why?
Oh, we didn't break down a low block very well against Botafogo, so.
That's
Fair.
true.
Why don't like teams just like put every single player on the goal line and just stand there for 90 minutes? Like I've always thought about that.
anti-football at that point.
But
It's
it,
anti-football.
I mean,
You
there's
shoot-
no.
you
Is there a
just
rule
hate
against?
or
that?
You just shoot
or
with power. You just,
what if this is what I was thinking, you have a spy in the crowd.
Bro, what? What is going
Wait,
on?
what?
Dude, bro, what are you talking about?
Think about it. You push every player forward. It's the World Cup final. It's the last minute. You're sitting front row as like a fan of your country,
Okay,
right?
you're the spy.
And sure, you're the spy, or you're just a very passionate fan of this team.
Okay.
The other team gets on a breakaway. It's 1-on-1 with the keeper. The last minute of the World Cup final. Are you
Running on the pitch?
invading the pitch to crunch his ankles?
No,
Absolutely.
because you'd
Because
actually
think about it. You'd get arrested. You'd be worldwide
you'd
hated,
get-
but your
you'd get-
team wins the World Cup because of you.
you would get killed.
Yeah, you
You
would.
would
maybe
get killed
you
by
would get
whoever's nation is in
You would get killed.
that went against.
You go into witness protection from the team that won the World Cup.
Well,
I'm telling you, dude. you'd
Witness
be like-
protection against the whole country. That's crazy. I guess that's how that works.
Tell
I
me
think
it would work.
the answer for everybody has to be yes.
Yeah.
It has to be yes. I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet.
I'm genuinely surprised. That
Going
hasn't
studs,
happened.
bro. I'm going studs up to their brain, bro.
yeah, like on that.
I'm making sure that I get my piece of flesh.
or the country has 10 spies front row in the
Well,
in
like-
the World Cup, and it's like if Messi is on the breakaway, all 10 of you are storming the field.
They can't stop all 10.
Like I'm surprised.
Oh,
Like you remember
what?
for the in the World Cup last World Cup in 2022, who was on the breakaway for France? Was it Colomwani?
It wasn't really a breakaway.
It was like a half.
You're right. They wouldn't. I feel like the spies
a
wouldn't
ball-
have enough
it was-
time
it was
to
a
get.
ball-
time.
They wouldn't have enough
to
time.
get
It was a
there.
ball
Yeah.
over the top.
But I'm like,
And there was still a defender there.
Could round the goal line though.
yeah. But I mean, dude. But imagine. Like I'm surprised it didn't happen. Like it should have happened. Or at
All
least
the-
like for taking pens, like they just rush the field all
No,
at
because then
once.
they just retake the pen.
I know they would just retake it, but then rattled, like clear the pitch for 15 minutes, like
Oh, there'd be a
security
riot.
everywhere.
There'd
Like
be a
there needs to
riot.
be a whole like restart.
What an interesting conversation.
I don't
we're
think it's
having.
out of the realm of possibility that we see that in our lifetime.
Oh, it's so gonna
100%.
happen. Like, yeah.
I
I'm
hope
gonna
it happens-
leave it at that.
I hope it
I'm
happens
gonna get
to Ronaldo.
political, but you know where I'm going with this.
I hope it happens to Ronaldo just to see you crash out.
Oh my.
Just to see Julian
God.
crash out. No,
I
other
am
reason.
Jesus
no,
Christ.
I am retiring from this sport. I don't think I'm ever coming on this show again. I don't think I'm ever watching football again.
Knowing
if
how
that
bitchy and
happens.
complaining like Ronaldo can get, especially with that like.
Okay,
He
no,
would-
that
he
would
would-
be so warranted.
Imagine some like imagine
He
some,
would
like,
no. He would have put out a fucking wanted poster on
I
his
mean,
Instagram.
And would that not be warranted?
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not
Imagine
saying
some,
there's
like,
anything
some,
wrong
like-
with that. I'm
And you
just-
know what? I have the clarity to see this. Ronaldo fans are bitches, so they'll put out a hit on whoever does
Of
that.
course they
I
will.
swear to God,
They're
would.
dead.
Yeah, it's
Fair.
yeah.
Like, oh,
But if it's like in the Champions League final against Man City, nothing's happening to you.
No, so I think
Well,
so.
who's
I
gonna
still
get
think
you?
so.
the seats. The seats are gonna magically grow legs and come out and jump the field. No, that's not gonna happen. I will say though, keep in mind, 2026 World Cup in America. The Americans do love a good pitch invasion. I mean, not pitch invasion, but like streaker, whatever.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. My question is though, when will it happen? What match will it happen? And under what circumstance? Like what? Like outlet? Will the guy like?
You know what we should do? We should have like a.
Invade a pitch.
No, I was saying. Wait, yeah, never mind.
No, say it.
Never
You
mind.
can't go back. Come on.
No, I was just thinking about like random match stipulations. Like,
Oh.
never mind. Like,
Guys,
What if they did like a-
guys,
what?
guys.
What? what?
Iran qualified for the World Cup.
Oh.
I just remember now.
That's why I was like
Just
keeping my
now?
mouth shut. I didn't wanna-
Wait, just now? I know this before.
No, I think they did already. Iran
Oh,
became.
I thought this was breaking news.
They
like, right
qualified in
now.
March. I
They're-
just
Well,
realized
what if
now.
they're in the same group?
They're-
Oh my
they're-
God.
They could be banned.
Do you
They
think-
could be banned.
Yeah, they actually could be.
What if they're in the same group, bro?
Do you think like they'll not let that happen?
Yeah, no, I don't think that's happening. If this conflict escalates, that is not happening. It's not happening. It's not
The
happening.
World Cup might not even happen at
let's
that
check
point.
in on the other countries, see how they're doing in the qualifier.
I think we're okay for now.
I think we'll put a pin in it.
Yeah.
We'll put a pin in it.
That's crazy.
Just curious.
bro.
I'll
Bro,
ask
what
him
if
for
they're
a
in the
friend.
same group, bro?
That'd be
Talk
ins-
about like
That'd be nuts.
it's like when those memes with like Israel and Palestine when they're playing each other.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be that, but on the biggest stage in the world.
They're gonna make it, dude.
Who?
Israel.
Yeah, they will.
They're gonna make it?
Not yet.
It's 48 teams. They better make it.
Yeah, exactly.
But wait, now,
Kazakhstan.
They're above Italy.
Oh,
Well, actually, Italy have only played 2 games. Israel played 3.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know, dude. You have to ask Malcolm.
you don't have to be from
No, you
Israel
have
to
to
be
ask
Jewish,
that off
right?
camera.
No.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
There's 30% of the population that lives in Israel. Over 30% of the population is not Jewish.
That's what I mean. So like it's like it does you know what I'm saying?
Tell that to those people that.
All right, footy podcast, by the way. Guys.
Just saying. Okay, sorry. They're playing Moldova. Not till September 5th. Goodness. Sorry.
Inter 2, Urawa Red Diamonds 1.
Wow.
Take a second before saying that.
No,
we're
that's
just-
fine.
we're-
Sure?
we're just-
Okay.
We're
Say
just,
anything.
we're
We
just
didn't-
moving. We're
okay.
just moving. Inter leave it late against Urawa Red Diamonds. It was
Urawa.
Valentine Carboni with the winner right at the end.
Yeah.
I
And
ha-
what
I-
a,
you
what a
have to feel
story for
bad.
him, by the way.
You have to feel bad for Red Diamonds, though.
You have to feel bad for Red Diamonds, but what a story for Carboni, because at the beginning of the season, he tears his ACL, and he doesn't play a single game up until he comes on against Urawa Diamond. Urawa Red. It's really hard to say. It's tongue twister. Urawa Red Diamonds.
Yep.
He doesn't play a single game until he comes on, and he scores the winner. Good for him, man.
Big up. And they were behind for 67 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, the flop team shouts are gaining traction now. Isn't that
For
right, Mark?
Inter?
For Inter.
Yeah.
Because although they won this game, you cannot be trailing for 60 minutes.
No, I'm too
I agree.
Urawa. That's
2 hours.
And
That's
there is a there is a situation where where Inter don't make it out of the group stage.
Absolutely.
Because Monterrey have drawn both their games
If Monterrey beat Red Diamonds and Inter
Monterrey.
lose
Monterrey.
to River Plate,
to River
right?
Plate, then big possibility.
Which is totally not out of the question.
Exactly. Even if Inter draw to River Plate and Monterrey win by a good couple of goals, then Inter could go out, boys. They could go
Really?
out. Yep.
I wish Chivas Guadalajara were in the Club World Cup.
Big Guadalajara guy.
I am.
You know who I miss?
Who?
Chivas USA.
I think that's
They were in the MLS.
Wait, is that,
They were in the MLS, yeah.
wait, what? They were?
Chivas USA,
Yeah.
yes. That was a thing for a little bit.
Chivas USA.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Positive.
Wait, you're saying Inter could still get eliminated?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Bro, they're only on 4 points.
It'd be nice if the Wi-Fi was working down here.
I know. Maybe it's good that I don't have my laptop today. I'm just raw dogging it.
Yeah, Rogers.
Chivas
something.
USA. Okay, yeah. Come back to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, come back to me.
Yeah.
Because Chivas Guadalajara are the Mexican.
Yes, exactly. So there's like a subsidiary of that just folded after a couple of years. Anyways, yeah, if they lose to River Plate, who in their own right drew to Monterrey,
Yeah.
then Inter could genuinely go out. The group is wide open. I think
So it would
there's
be what?
even
It
a
would be-
world. There's even a world where River Plate don't qualify. It's wide open, boys.
Wow.
Good.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot. One thing I will say about Urawa, their fans are something special.
Yeah.
It is.
And I
It
feel
is.
like the fans in this Club World Cup have made the competition special. You see the Flamengo. We were talking about the Flamengo fans,
The Boca
the
fans.
Boca fans,
River Plate fans.
the Botafogo fans, the River Plate fans.
Yep.
All the non-European
Yep.
team fans.
Even the handful of Sundowns fans.
Even the Sundown fans. They might not be like 1,000,
You know.
but
yeah.
the good group of 300 to 500 people.
Yeah.
They're bringing that subtle atmosphere that is what this Club World Cup needs. The Urawa Red Diamonds fans, they were chanting and jumping all game long, even in the first game. But against this Inter team, they were jumping all game long, and when they went down, they still showed so much passion. And at the end, there's those images where some of them are crying. But man, like the fans really have made this competition special because
They have.
it wouldn't have been the same without them.
And sure, they're not filling out stadiums. Like, I don't think one Club World Cup game so far has been a sellout, which is kind of crazy.
I think the PSG Atletico Madrid one was.
No, it wasn't.
It was close. It was like
But it wasn't.
80,000 people.
No, they
wasn't.
show up late to the game, especially in LA with traffic.
But it wasn't a sellout. But the fans, particularly of the teams of like the non-European clubs, have been like, it really reminds you that like the discourse outside of Europe and us that follow Europe is so different
Yeah.
from what we know, right? There's like a completely different world outside of the mainstream discourse about this tournament. And like so many people genuinely care about this. And it's making me realize like, damn, like I should actually increase my scope outside of just the European teams a little bit. I should watch Boca River Plate if I'm available and feel like it and not busy. And still in the mood.
Four stipulation.
8%. But I'm also really disappointed that no European fans are interested in this, because you know how fire this would be if the yellow wall came down to the
Well,
US.
you still see a little like
There's
You
still a
don't.
bit of
You
it.
don't.
against no
You
yes
really
against
don't.
Sundowns there was like a mini yellow wall.
Yeah, but
It might have been 100
all
people.
of the fans of the European teams are just Americans that happen to be fans of the European teams and show out with like a little bit less passion, but it's just like,
Yeah.
Speaking of fans,
Fight
Yeah.
and win.
Fight and
speaking of
win.
fans, did you see the LAFC fans?
yes.
You didn't see the
Was
video?
that their
No,
chance?
it's
Oh,
that.
it's
against Chelsea, yeah.
It's so bad.
Ha!
Yeah, no, it's awful. There are like
Yeah,
60 people doing that.
Yeah, that's quite poor.
Barbecue. You ever heard the Kansas City one? Barbecue, barbecue, no, no.
Bro, what?
Barbecue. Or it's like, we're gonna score 3 more
Oh, yeah.
than you. Barbecue.
The fact that I hear anybody making comparisons between football and like American football, like fans, crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. Anyways,
You're comparing NFL fans.
like you
No.
ever hear like North American sports fans being like, well, the fans here are crazy. What do you mean? There's no way that soccer fans are
only
better.
only for
And
NFL.
then they'll watch the videos of like
Yeah.
the Boca Juniors versus River Plate, and they're losing their mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Richter scale picks up when the two of them play.
Yes,
That's
genuinely.
crazy.
But yeah, we just spoke about the Dortmund fans. Let's go on to their game against the Mamelodi Sundowns. It was heartbreaking, man.
It was heartbreaking, but it also gave hope, and it showed the levels that the Sundowns team can bring to this World Cup. And I'm being serious. You guys may laugh. This might be a little bit of glaze in your eyes, but I saw a Sundowns team that doesn't give up, and that deserved more.
Yep,
They did.
they did.
This is awesome, man.
No,
Look
genuinely,
how passionate he is.
they had more shots. They had more
Awesome.
possession.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, they had more shots. They had more like-
First of all, it was 60-40 possession, if I remember correctly.
for the Sundowns, right?
For Sundowns. yeah.
Yes, and
For
they
Sundowns.
had more shots and they created more XG.
Yes. So they're kind of unlucky to not come out of this game with at least a point. And it means so much because it's a European team that made a Champions League quarterfinal this season, a Champions League final last year.
Yeah.
I mean, like, one thing that I learned from this Club World Cup is how much the South Africans ride out for their teams.
Yes, bro.
Man,
Yeah.
they're so passionate. And
I
it's
know.
almost contagious. You know what
That's
I
what I
mean?
was gonna say.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like,
almost contagious.
It's cool to see you like passionate about this team.
I
like
love
it.
it. I love
like
it, man.
Has
I
any?
thought Lucas Ribeiro had what a goal.
He's so
What a
good.
goal. Dribbling past, just kick and run through the
Yes.
whole
I
midfield.
love that.
Great finish.
Bro, what is that defending though from Dortmund, bro?
I think he
Didn't see it
committed
coming.
to it.
They
He
didn't see it
committed
coming,
to it,
guys.
and it was too late. at
No,
that
it's a
point.
crazy thing, but like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Still though, man.
What were we gonna ask, Miles?
I would say, has any team that's not from South America beaten a European team yet?
Yeah, Boca Juniors.
No, not
Oh, that's
from
not
South
from South America.
Probably not. No.
No,
Don't
not
think
yet.
so. Wait, I was gonna say, did we talk about when did Benfica? Did they win? They won.
Yeah, 6-0.
Against-
6-0.
Yes,
When was that? What day was that?
that was Friday.
Because I want to bring up the trophy that I sent to you, the more XG trophy.
Okay.
That was funny, you
Yeah,
know.
that was funny.
That was funny. ChatGPT took way too long to make that because the joke was kind of dying. But
Yeah, I know. It was like 20 minutes after I
Yeah.
said that. he sent
essentially,
a
I
text.
just sent Julian. It was only 1-0 at half, right?
Yes.
It was 1-0 at half in the Benfica, Auckland City game.
Because I'm telling you, Garros went crazy, bro.
And then Julian said something about like we have so much XG, and I was like,
Yeah, we created more XG than Bayern did in the first half.
oh yeah. And then I sent him a ChatGPT AI image of more XG trophy.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll
That was
put
a
it.
great
Maybe I'll
joke.
put it up because it was
That was
funny.
oh, yeah, you should.
I should.
Yeah.
You know
'Cause
who
it
bro-
was such a fantastic joke, actually.
Yeah.
You know who broke my heart though? Against Dortmund for the Sundowns.
Who?
Ronwen Williams. man.
Ah.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah. There's a world where he doesn't make that giveaway, and
And it's only
Sundowns
5-0.
Genuinely beat
And it's
them.
only 5-0. Sorry.
I thought it was 4-3.
Oh, sorry. Oh, we're sorry. We're not talking about Auckland. We're talking about the
No,
Sundowns.
Sundowns.
My
Sundowns.
apologies. My apologies.
Ronwen
Ronwen
Williams,
Williams, the goalie. Yes.
Who
my
I
bad.
said was gonna have a great tournament. I can't glaze anyone nowadays. It's just I'm just cursed. I
6ixYB
think I'm
curses.
cursed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, like Sundowns can still qualify.
They can still qualify. Who
You-
do they play next?
You win against Fluminense. It's gonna be tough, but I believe that we will win. I believe that we will. No, you
Up
can't.
the bloody Sundowns,
if
bro.
Ulsan can score 2 goals against Fluminense
Yeah, that's crazy.
and Sundowns prevented Ulsan from scoring 1, I believe that Sundowns can pull a result against Fluminense.
Okay.
I agree with you.
They could even finish first of the group.
Can they? Like mathematically, they still can.
We might be stretching it now,
They
Okay.
can.
but they can.
Ulsan needs to win
possibility.
though.
No, they even with a draw. If Fluminense lose to Sundowns, and Dortmund and Ulsan draw,
Which is not happening. I'm sorry.
don't kill my hope, man.
Oh, yeah.
Still though, if they beat Fluminense, then it can happen.
If they beat Fluminense, they're through.
Yes.
That's all we need.
Yes.
There you go.
Up the bloody Sundowns. If that happens, insane. And I would not put it past them whatsoever. I'm locked into that game.
Mhm.
Bro, you guys need to pay attention to Sundowns, bro. I know this is going like in
You
one
guys
ear, out
picked
the
no.
other.
You guys. I'm on the
He's on the
flamenco
Flamengo
train. That's my
fair enough.
team,
I
bro.
fair
was,
enough.
dude.
This
He's
is-
with Sundowns.
I'm Mamelodi
This is
Miles,
Fluminense,
bro.
though.
Mamelodi
This is
Miles.
Fluminense, though.
I know.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought
I'm
you
saying
meant-
like
oh,
that's like
okay,
my
okay,
team
okay.
who I'm riding
Okay,
for.
okay,
I
okay.
do
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like. I do kind of like.
I can't be a
Flamengo,
plastic
though.
fan, you know. Like I gotta choose one, and like I'd be happy with
Right.
a little Sundowns win. I don't want to glaze. I don't want to be like Julian. You know what I mean?
I think I'm glazing more.
Yeah, what the fuck?
No, I just feel like the multiple team syndrome.
Gotta
I
talk
don't want to be like this table.
Excuse me.
What?
This is not This is
No,
so valid,
no,
though.
this is valid.
This is so valid.
Because right now you have Mamelodi Sundowns, you have Benfica.
You have Toronto.
Yeah. Well, like Toronto
Let's talk about
FC,
Canada.
United.
Let's talk about Canada.
Bro, fuck that. Oh my god.
Are we
I
done
know.
with
Sorry,
World
we're
Cup
trying not to
stuff?
swear
No,
as
we're not.
much
We
anymore.
haven't talked
No,
about
we still have more.
Yeah.
Shall we move? I mean, Fluminense, shout out to them, also beat Ulsan 4-2.
Shout out Arias.
Shout out Arias, bro.
Oh, he's a real player. He was showing great things in the first game.
Kinda got
against
bunda.
Dortmund,
Yep, really pretty from my
creating
bench.
great opportunities.
Crazy build.
Got Bunda, Loki.
He has great build.
What?
He does
He's
have a
got
great build.
Bunda.
Oh, that's not a detail I noticed, but good for
Yes,
you.
it was.
It's not the first thing
Yes,
that comes
it
to you. Yeah,
Yes, it was.
we can admire the build.
What's his first name?
John, like Duran, Jhon. But he was
John
showing great
Arias.
things against Dortmund in the first game, and in the second game he scores that wonder free kick, man.
Yep.
What a goal!
What a goal.
What a
Jesus
strike.
Christ.
Reminiscent of the Declan Rice free kick, Blake.
Yeah.
Wow, he kind of looks like Hendrick. Wow.
He's got Miles Lewis Skelly type
That's
legs.
bad.
What?
That's bad.
Come
What?
on.
What?
Looks like Hendrick.
Like the face shape. Bro, you guys make everything about, like, fuck.
Oh, he's Colombian.
Goodness.
I will.
He's Colombian.
You didn't know?
Yes.
No, what?
This? Come on, bro.
He's Colombian. You say he looks like a Brazilian guy.
I can look like a Brazilian guy if our faces look similar. Like, bro, you're acting like people can't look alike.
Well, they can. He's gotta say it in the right way, you know.
Bro, what is this?
My God.
Good to be
Juventus
back.
4, Wydad
Good to be
Casablanca 1. Let's move on here.
I didn't. I just watched the highlights. So
Kenan Yildiz, what a
Ken
player.
and Yildiz, man.
What a game.
Wow.
Juventus are, like, really showing out in
They're
this tournament.
steamrolling. I mean, it's against Al Ain and Wydad Casablanca, so we'll have to see how
There's
they
an argument for Juventus to be first
in
on the power
rankings.
rankings.
I agree. I think they might be first.
who's their last game against?
Their last game was
City.
against Al Ain.
The
Oh,
last game. Their
Yeah.
last
Their
game.
next
was
game against
City.
Man City.
Yeah.
But they're already through.
We'll have to see how. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll have to see how they fare up against City.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the true
that'll be a
test.
good
But I'm
game.
They're
excited for it.
steamrolling right now.
Yeah.
It might just be Casablanca and Al Ain who aren't great teams. Maybe. Maybe.
Well.
But probably.
Wait, where's Al Ain? They're like from.
That's
From UAE.
Dubai.
Right.
Yeah. Dubai team.
Yes. Rui Patricio in that.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then where's Wydad?
Morocco.
Fair.
And you would expect
You would expect a win there,
You
despite
would.
Juve
But
not being the best.
You're
as
talking
of
about
late.
Kenan Yildiz. What a start to the tournament he's having.
I know.
He
I
scored.
know.
He scores against Al Ain, I
He's
think.
such a fun player to watch. I love watching this. Him, Conceição, Colomani has been such a joy.
I was talking about this last pod. We haven't seen Juve be this fluid in attack in a very long time.
Mhm.
Yes.
And
Since-
what Conceição,
since Ronaldo.
Yildiz, Colomani are bringing, even the wing backs
Yep.
are Cambiasso and the Portuguese. What's his name? Forgot.
Oh, you glazed him before.
Costa.
Costa.
Never
Even
mind.
the wing backs are bringing in
my
a lot
mistake.
to this attack. The last time we've seen this was such a long time ago. It's looking really fun to watch this Juve team for
They're
the
kinda-
first time in a long time.
They're kind of still like young. They have a lot of young pieces, despite
Igor-
them being disappointing.
Igor Tudor doing a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. They kind of made like a half push for Champions League football. Didn't end up getting it. Kind of fell
They
short.
did get it.
They did get it?
They
They
did
got
get it.
fourth, no?
Oh, I'm thinking of Milan. Sorry, my bad. Yes, they did end up getting it.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of an up and down season for them all throughout. But then it looks like they're really starting to put the pieces here, like together here, and I'm really excited for
I
the
think
next
I
season.
think Kefren Turam is playing so well.
Yes.
So well. He's
Yes.
such an underrated player.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, half the guys you just said are all like under the age of 24, 25. They're such a young
Their problem
core.
was always the defense. Like,
Yeah,
you
that's
still
fair.
look at the players they have in center backs now. Like they're starting Lloyd Kelly at center back still. You're not going to notice.
But then again,
You're not going to notice that problem as much against Al Ain
Yeah.
or against Wydad.
Then
So,
again,
we
though,
have to
you have
see how
you
that
have
goes.
Bremer that's injured,
Yes,
Sure.
exactly.
and
He'll be back
he's
next
been
season.
probably
you
their
hope.
best.
Is he
player in the
good to
last few
start?
seasons.
Probably, right? Because he got injured at the start of last season. right?
Probably,
He like
yeah.
tore his
Yes.
Yeah,
something.
And then Gatti
Basically.
had his moments as well throughout the season
Yes.
as well.
True.
Maybe you sign somebody.
Gatti,
We don't
Gatti.
know yet, but yeah. I'm feeling good for Juventus, but they just have to figure out that area of the pitch.
Is that
If
the
they
goal?
do-
Is that the goal of the tournament
Goal of the tournament?
so far? Yildiz. What do you think is the goal of the tournament so far?
maybe that free
Arias'
kick.
free kick
Yeah,
is
that
up
free
there.
kick is really.
You think it's better than the
Um,
Yildiz shot
yo.
against Casablanca? Because that's a strike. Like you
Yeah.
don't hit a ball as purely as that.
It
It's
was right in the
clean.
corner.
Like, that's a
too.
pure strike.
right in the
Yeah.
corner.
And even the first one was really good too.
The first one.
Was that his first? Was it? He scored
The
two in
third-
this game.
His second and third were really good. He scored 3. The first one counted as an own goal
Oh, I see.
because it was
I
a
see,
little
I see.
deflection.
I see. Yeah, so it was this. What was the one where he got the pass through and then hits it first time far post, like on the ground, and it's just placed really well.
I might have been the first one, but it didn't go to him.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
It
thinking.
was near post though.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yes, it's definitely up there. I would put the Arias free kick.
The RS free kick.
That was-
The RS free kick is really good. You also have
That Bellingham goal is really nice too.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Arda Güler goal was really nice too. We'll get onto it.
you have I think it's Monterrey. Was it? No, it was Pachuca scored a free kick against Salzburg.
Nah,
the
that,
first game.
that was not that
The
good.
Oscar Gluck goal in
was-
that game was pretty good.
Nah,
The Oscar Gluck goal
yeah.
was good that game.
Yep.
Messi's free kick is up there.
Actually,
Oh,
that one's up
yeah.
there too. Yeah.
That's up
You
there.
have to consider it.
Turkey's goal yesterday. Thoughts?
Oh, I didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
He gets the ball. The ball is passed to him. He lets it go through his legs to Holland,
Hmm.
and then Holland plays it back and a great first time strike in the bottom corner.
That's annoying.
Solid low goal.
That's
Solid low goal.
Well, they
The
played
haters
Al
are
Ain,
the haters are not happy with that.
so
What Boca Junior goal
Which one?
against Bayern?
The Marantiel one?
Yeah.
Low key? That was such a beautiful goal. It was such a satisfying goal that you never see. Double tap RB. Round of
I think if the award was to be given today, I would give it.
They would probably give it to
Messi's
Messi.
PR.
Yeah, I was
Messi's
gonna
PR
say,
wins
they-
it.
No, but who would
Messi's
you
PR
give it
wins
to? I'd give it to Kenan. I think.
It was sure.
Yeah.
'Kay.
Fair. Between him and Arias, I think. I'll go Arias. Be different.
I don't mind that because he's on my fantasy captain. By the way, we'll get onto it.
Captain.
Yep.
Against Mamelodi Sundowns, or again in the last
I
game. week?
captain him against.
Wow.
Yeah.
God, what a play!
Wow.
What a play!
Thanks. Fuck's sake. I was desperate for that too, because all my other captains were doing fuck.
How you doing in that?
We'll get onto it, Blake.
We
We'll get
have
onto
what?
it.
1 more game, 2 more games to talk about.
Yeah, let's.
Notably
let's
Real
go to
Madrid?
Let's go to the Real Madrid game. They beat Pachuca 3-1.
My
With some pretty
Pachuca-
nice goals. It looked a little Shakesville because Asensio got sent off after like 3 minutes.
Is Asensio like a guaranteed starter under Xabi Alonso? Because if I'm Xabi Alonso, I'm not liking what I've seen in the last 2 games.
Really not liking
His
what I've
first
seen.
two games for under Xabi Alonso.
Yes.
Let's not forget the penalty caused against Al Hilal. It's the reason Al Hilal draw to
Yeah.
Real Madrid. Is the reason that they score. And then now in the first 10 minutes of the game, you get a red card. I mean,
Yep.
sure, some people could say it's like a smart foul, but I don't think it is. I think you take your chances.
You 100% take your chance.
You take your chances because you'd rather be 11 men versus 11 men
Well, and it just
with a goal down than 10v11.
and it just fucks your whole tournament because you're suspended now.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, he's suspended for what? Until the quarterfinals, technically.
I mean, still,
Or round 16.
yeah.
I don't see Asensio starting. I think Huijsen is nailed, obviously, and then you have
Yeah.
Rudiger, and you have Militao competing for spots as well.
Is Militao back?
Not yet.
Okay.
But he will be for next
You
season.
mean like in general?
Yes,
Okay.
in
I
general.
got
It
you.
needs to be.
In
I think
general.
that Rudiger, Huijsen, center back partnership is going to be really
Yeah,
good.
it's gonna be good.
really good.
Yes.
And Real Madrid found a real
It's-
player in Huijsen, too.
I mean,
He looks good.
He looks
most
so
of
good.
everyone who I've seen talk about Huijsen has talked about his mentality,
Mhm.
but it's just how he fits into that huge spot
Yes.
in
Yes.
in El Clasico,
Mhm.
in whatever Champions League competition match they're in. It's what he does there, but I'm sure he'll be
He's
fine.
so calm on the ball.
That's
I know.
that's what everyone talks
It's
about. It's
ridiculous.
his, and you can see it when he plays. It's his
Ridiculous.
mentality.
Yes.
He's like, he's a stone wall, brick wall
Yes.
kind of guy.
Asensio, on the other hand, is almost too much of a brick wall. He is like Ramos syndrome without as much talent.
Without the
Yeah.
defensive
But
ability.
like he could not handle Solomon Rondon in behind.
He's had his moments this season, though. Like, to be fair, let's
He
be fair to
has.
him.
No,
He's
he
had
has.
his moment
He
this
has.
season.
He has. He
It was
has.
his breakout season, and I think he's played fairly well overall. Like, if you take all things considered, all factors considered.
Yes, of course. Like we did not know Asensio a year ago. But
yeah.
man, like come on. You can't be doing this, bro. Especially you had a draw in the last game, pressures on you to get a solid win against Pachuca, really show out why you should be a favorite for this tournament, and you pulled that off after not much more than 5 minutes.
Mm.
What are you doing?
Was it
And it
5
was-
minutes?
7.
It says 7, but I swear it was like 3 minutes. I
No,
don't
it
know if
was
they
like, it was
reviewed-
like 6 or 7.
Okay, I don't know. I was watching it live, and a couple of moments before that where they had Rondon or
What's
like
his name?
like Kennedy,
Kennedy?
or one of these Pachuca players in behind, and they could not deal with it. It would be Rondon on like the back of either Asensio or Huijsen, just holding back the line, and it would open up opportunities for the midfielders or the wingers to get in behind as well. And they showed real promise in the first 10 minutes against Real Madrid, and Asensio could not handle it. And then you think you'd be on the back foot in that moment, or like it was like really Shakesville, or like you'd be like really worried about Real Madrid's chances in this game. You're like, well, how's this game gonna go? Luckily,
I
they
mean, they
grabbed
showed
2 right
levels.
before halftime.
They showed levels.
They showed
They
levels.
still showed levels.
Bellingham with a beautiful goal. Arda Güler with a beautiful team goal. It was
Yes.
Trent involved in it as well. Fizz pass into Gonzalo Garcia.
Okay, that Arda Güler goal could be up there. Who was it? You that
Yes,
said that, Blake?
I said
Yeah.
that.
No,
Oh,
he
you
said
said
that. He said that.
No, it
I
could-
said the Bellingham goal.
You're trying to.
He's
Okay.
taking
No,
it.
because I heard
Yeah,
Bellingham.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I was like Bellingham. No, it was you.
Trent fizzed ball on the ground into Gonzalo Garcia. He takes it just first time into the path of Güler. He takes a beautiful touch to open up his body, and then far post finish. Just quality.
Yeah.
Look-
I'm really, really excited to watch Arda Güler under Xabi Alonso.
Me too.
I think he's gonna
I
be
think he's gonna be a
such a good
monster.
player.
where does he play? Like where does
He'll probably be on
he's
the
like
wing.
Right
on the
center
wing.
mid, maybe.
on the wing, eh? That's what I thought. You know who was a winger that was left out of this game?
Rodrigo.
My boy,
Your boy?
my boy who
You're claiming?
he's my boy now.
Okay.
After all we've been through, me and him, we've had a lot of ups and downs.
Right. A lot of conversation.
Lot-
Late night
A
conversation.
lot of discourse.
Okay.
And some of it not good.
Okay.
But Rodrigo left on the bench 0 minutes. He wants to play on the left. They just signed what's his name?
Mastuono.
Master Suono?
Yeah.
Apparently Goulet's playing on the right now, left.
Yep. Unused sub in this game against a weak opponent. You're right. What a funny development this would be in the 6YB lore.
Oh my
If after all those conversations we had, he went to Arsenal. However, I haven't seen any links. So I think if there was concrete interest from Arsenal,
I think
Would've
I've
seen
seen
it,
it.
but
I've seen a couple.
I've seen like
I haven't seen it. From a credible source, I haven't seen any links.
Oh, he checks the sources.
eh.
We just vibe out.
I'm just straight vibes. I'm just straight vibes. It's looking good. It's looking good.
Lee
Goulart
Judges,
can keep
Lee
going.
Judges said it's looking good, guys.
I think
Gulak can keep
Blake's
on.
probably most excited to see just the team that Real Madrid put out next week for their game.
Oh
in
my god, if
Salzburg.
Rodrigo doesn't play, like I might.
Okay.
No, finish that sentence.
No, this is the
You will
action
be
I'm
very
in.
excited.
I will be excited
In more ways than one.
to the max, some might say.
Okay.
Okay. Valverde's goal to grab the third was really good as well.
Fantasy.
Gonzalo Garcia looked like he belonged in this one.
I like him a lot.
I like the
like
cut
him
of
a
his
lot.
jib, to take some vocabulary from you, Miles.
Thank you.
The
there you
cut
go.
of his jib.
Yes,
You
he's
li-
pulled that out like 3 times.
the
this
cut of
episode.
his jib.
What does that mean?
It's a
Can you
jib.
explain?
I'm looking it up.
Oh, you
He
don't.
doesn't
But
even know. He just pulls it up.
Like someone just
Like I think I want to know what it means.
Yeah.
Like
an
I can
idiom that refers to a person's general appearance, manner, or demeanor, often indicating whether someone is liked or disliked.
Cool.
It originates from the 18th century practice of identifying ships by the shape of their jib sails.
Interesting.
The more you know.
Exactly. I don't know. I was just told. I know exactly what you're doing. No, I just He's a good little plur. I like the guy.
Okay.
You're
next.
talking about Valverde, right?
Yeah.
Or
No, we're
talking
talking about
about
We're
Gonzalo
talking. We're talking about.
So where did
Gonzalo
he come from?
Garcia.
I think he's
yeah.
brought up in the Madrid academy.
He is,
Like
yeah.
when? Like
When?
yeah.
Oh,
Like
when?
now.
You think I know this?
Oh. Like he's new, right?
He's
Is what I'm
21,
saying.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
That's what
He had a bad miss in the Classico, I remember.
I thought. Okay.
But
Was it
ever
him?
since then, he's been doing well.
It was
that
him?
him?
I don't think it was
I'm
him.
pretty sure.
I think it was Redhead 44.
No, I'm pretty sure this
What's
was.
his name?
I don't know.
No, no.
Oh, Gonzalo Garcia.
Gonzalo
So
Garcia.
not Fran Garcia.
No.
No,
Why-
Fran
why
Garcia, a
they-
different player.
Why do they all have the
He
same
has-
name?
Fren has Fren Garcia on his back, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Gonzalo Garcia has Gonzalo on his back.
And
Yes.
Fran Garcia's a left back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gonzalo Garcia is
A striker.
A striker.
a striker. Okay, cool. I don't know who it is. I want to I
Right.
want to learn.
Right.
Fair enough.
I want to be a late adopter.
Fran Garcia has a bit of that John Arias build.
Build.
Yeah.
That
The
Pitbull-
Bunda.
That pitbull build.
Yeah.
Man
Legit.
City 6, Al Ain.
Oh my.
No.
No.
Did Marmo score?
The propaganda. No.
Oh,
The
okay.
propaganda is starting with Ryan Cherki. We are officially starting the propaganda.
Who is we?
Me?
Who is we?
Who
bro?
is we?
We is me.
Okay.
Great little goal against Alain.
If you start glazing Cherokee and City, I will actually.
I've
be
been
disgusted.
glazing Turkey before City.
But I'm
You know who I
saying
wanna
because he's
glaze?
now on City, and you glaze him. Like it's gonna make me
I-
really upset.
No,
No,
bro,
I-
he's been glazing for a while.
No, I'm saying
I've
because
been
he's on.
glazing Cherki when it
No.
was the U20 World Cup.
You're
Yes,
you're
bro,
not
he
listening
was.
to me. I'm saying the fact that you're glazing him and he's on City,
Mm.
which means
See me, I
In due
personally
part,
have no
you're glazing
affinities
City.
with any Premier League clubs.
you like Arsenal. You're an
I
Arsenal fan.
don't like
What?
Arsenal. I'm more of a
What?
Leeds guy myself.
And he said this before. I remember him saying
You
it.
have said that.
Mhm.
Why?
I just really liked how Marcelo Bielsa was making them play in the 2020-21 season.
Oh, Melier. Big Melier guy.
Oh,
Big
he
no.
sucks now.
Or
Anyway,
21-22.
sorry. Go ahead.
21-22.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway,
And
you like Turkey.
I mean, what is there not to like? We forgot to mention Claudio Echeverri's goal in the top contenders.
It wasn't up there.
What?
I don't think it was.
Which
up
one was
there.
this one?
It was a free kick.
There was the one that you were saying.
a
The
lot of
keeper
free
should
kick
do
goals
better
this
there.
tournament.
Oh yeah.
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 A lot of free kick goals this
It
tournament.
had a lot of curve. It was a nice one.
It
was a
went
nice one.
like if
like-
this is the goal, it went like here.
So you think the keeper should have done better?
Can you describe that for audio listeners? No, go on.
If the goal is a square and the square is
Usually a rectangle.
it's usually
like,
a rectangle.
is a rectangle and the rectangle is like 12 centimeters across on my face and 6 is in the middle and 12 is obviously the corner, it was like on the 9, you know?
Okay.
It was on the 9.
It's
of-
not.
I get
It's
where
not.
he's
It's not
coming
poorly
from.
explained.
I get it. Yeah,
It's
it's
not
like
poorly
30% off of.
Yeah,
like the-
yeah.
Well, isn't
he's
But you would
trying
say-
to fact check me.
you would say like 10:30 is top corner though, right?
What?
30.
Bro,
What
what
are
are
you
you
talking about?
Bro, I said 12 centimeters.
Oh, I thought you were talking
Oh
about like
my
a clock
God.
dial to
This guy
represent.
said 10:30.
I thought you were talking about like no, like if you imagine a goal is like a clock.
What?
So
Cook
well,
is a circle.
Yeah, I know, but like you think of like where.
There's no defending this. Miles.
No, I get it. Like the
No, I don't.
the directions. Like,
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry.
it was like it's like
So the goalie's standing at like
northeast east. but like more north than east.
Well, to be fair, if the goalie's standing in the middle, you can't really explain it. The goalie.
Shout out Oscar Bob's goal. Oscar Bob, I thought had a pretty neat goal in this game. This was
I'm
the
happy he's
late night
back.
one for us. I mean, like, let's be honest. This was happening at the same time at Game 7 of the NBA Finals. So I think even the most diehard City fans over here were not locked into this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Die Hard, meaning your father.
Please.
He was watching NBA.
Of course he was.
Okay.
The fuck? What's-
Yeah.
yeah. Which is valid for him because of Shea. You know, Canada and that.
Right.
What about Pascal?
And for Pascal. We kind of couldn't go wrong with the
And the other
NBA Finals
Canadians,
winners.
Dort.
Lou Dort.
Lou Dort, obviously.
There's
Yeah.
there's like 2 Canadians on Indiana too.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there is.
Matherin and
Benedict Mathurin, yeah.
From Montreal.
You thought he was going to spark a comeback for a little bit there, but no.
No, we didn't.
Is Shea from Brampton or
Yeah.
Mississauga?
It's from
Brampton?
Mississauga. But same thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, no
That's kind of
disrespect.
crazy, bro.
What high school do you go to?
We just had a Brampton kid shit on the whole NBA.
I know,
That's crazy. First time in 25 years the MVP's won the Finals MVP. That's crazy.
crazy because it usually
20?
doesn't happen.
That's
That's
25
why
years.
That's not
That's
true.
why when
LeBron James did it.
he wasn't,
He
he
definitely did
might
it.
not have been MVP.
He
that season.
definitely did it.
2012,
2013.
2012 was
He
the MVP in
definitely did it.
2012.
Check. What's crazy though is that people who do call him overrated or do the foul pumping thing and they foul baits, he doesn't play by the spirit of the game. Bro, like you said, many times the MVP does not even get close to leading their team to a championship. So the fact that he's done it while averaging 35 in the regular season, while averaging 30 in the finals,
Yep.
while being an MVP, while leading his team, his young team, to their first ever title. OKC's first ever title, no?
Yep.
That's
First ever.
that's
First ever.
wonderful. I
Yep.
want to experience
The
that.
youngest team to win the Finals since the 70s.
Wow.
I don't know how to feel with these Julian facts because LeBron James did it in 2011, 2012,
Okay.
and in 2012,
Okay,
2013.
bro, 2011 was Derrick Rose. He won the MVP.
2011, 2012. 2010, 11 was Derrick Rose.
So maybe it was 15
Okay.
years.
Did they
Maybe
win, though?
15 years.
Well,
That year?
Yeah.
2012, yeah, that was his first chip. His first chip.
Okay.
Against OKC, actually. That was the last time OKC was in the finals.
Mm.
But Adam Silver literally said it on stage. Maybe there's a part of that I missed. But anyways, it's the first time he's won. Never mind. Let's
Sorry,
stop
was he on
talking
Cleveland
basketball.
back then? I
Let's
forget.
stop
When
talking
did he go to
basketball.
Miami?
No, that was with the Heat.
Yeah.
Right.
That was with the
He went
Heat.
to Miami in 2010. Okay.
Anyways, let's talk about Canada for a little bit. Speaking of Shea, for a minute, talk to me just about the Honduras game.
Well, to be honest, I didn't watch either game.
Oh my!
I watched the
goodness.
highlights. I was on vacation, Julian.
I know. You still
I was
gotta
on
show out for your
vacation.
team a little bit.
No, I watched the highlights. It was great. The Honduras game was obviously fantastic.
Yeah.
I have no notes, but the lineup was weird against what did they even play?
Coração.
Croissant.
Yeah, against Curacao. The lineup was like a little. Was it not different? It looked different to me.
It was. I'm gonna tell you right now. Kind of similar. We had Kone starting instead of Chournier.
Saliba's a player though.
David was starting instead of, or was he starting before? I don't think.
No, I think he started the other game.
But
But
Seager didn't play.
hey, Saliba's a player. That's all I'm gonna say. Nathan Saliba
Nathan Saliba
is a player.
War
Player and a half.
We're player. No relation to William.
But it's just annoying. It's just annoying that this team can do the crazy good performances against similar level teams, go 6-0, start off the tournament just the way you want, and then the next game you draw to freaking Curacao. Like,
Curacao.
what are we doing, bro?
Right at the death too.
I don't know. I'm starting to get why you were so in on Portugal. I'm gonna say I'm wrong. Like I said, I'm a man of my word. I kind of do understand because I saw this scoreline. I was quite pissed off that this happened. So I understand because I really want Canada to win this tournament. Not as
Yes.
much as probably you
Yes.
wanted them. You wanted Portugal to win the
Nations League.
Nations
No.
League.
I really want Canada to win it too.
But I'm saying like anyway. I want them to win. I do. So this performance, I don't think is one that is gonna lead into the knockout stages.
Yeah.
But it's bad. It's bad.
really
The
bad.
squad we have right now is also just not good. It's not our first team squad. Atakubi's injured. Obviously Davies is injured.
Yeah.
Like there's some missing pieces. I don't know why. Promise David.
Tejan Buchanan was the one that didn't start, and neither
Yeah.
did Chournier, neither did Alistair Johnson.
Promise
so we
David-
were kind of rotating even more than we had in
Yeah.
the first game. Richie Larea didn't start either.
Promise David didn't even play. Luke DeFoudrolls. If you know, you know. I've talked about him before, have I not?
Yeah.
Luke DeFoudrolls. Get to know, man. He's on the Fulham Academy. He's like a defender. He can do everything. He's a good player. But yeah,
19 years old. Damn.
How happy are you getting if Canada win this Gold Cup? Like, are you going to
Same level as Portugal win the Nations
Are you going
League.
to celebrate? You know, on the
Yeah,
street?
also-
I'm gonna do something.
we can do it together.
I'm gonna hit a toast.
Yeah, we can do it together.
100%.
Yeah.
If they make the final, let's go watch our rendezvous.
Okay.
All of us.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm down.
Why was so much hesitancy there?
No, I mean I'm down.
No, I'm down.
I'm down.
I'm just
I
more
don't have a
baffled.
Canada kit, first of all.
I'm gonna
You
give
don't
you
need a-
one.
you
Don't
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 need
you
a
worry.
Canada kit
Don't
to show your
worry.
support.
Don't you worry.
You
I'm
don't
gonna give
need
you a
one.
Davies
Show up
one.
with your health card. They'll know that who you support.
Your health card is crazy.
Crazy thought. Because I've been obviously like I don't really support like the U.S. national team, but I do like get stuff about it on social media, and
Yeah.
they've won all 3 of their games. So
He
far
doesn't
that they've
support them,
played.
but if they won the World Cup, he'd be quite happy.
But I want to take you through who they have in their group. They have Haiti, they have Trinidad Tobago,
And they have Saudi Arabia.
they have Saudi Arabia.
We talked about
Yeah.
that.
I know what
Saudi
'cause
got-
I didn't know
Game is
this.
They got
So
invited to
dumb,
the Gold Cup a while ago.
What? They
This was
definitely-
So dumb.
Yeah.
This definitely
So
has.
dumb.
This definitely goes back to politics as well.
100% it is.
Oh well, that's exactly why. And lucrative. What's lucrative? Like the other version of lucrative,
Like a synonym for lucrative?
lucrosity, lucranomany.
I think it is very.
Anyway,
Sorry there, mate. Can't help you.
so yeah, when does Canada play next? Tomorrow?
We play against
Tomorrow, against Honduras. Honduras. Tomorrow.
Is
We
it
just
Honduras?
played
El
Honduras.
Salvador.
El
Shit,
Salvador.
El
yeah.
Salvador.
Similar flags.
I was gonna say
guess.
Similar, very
flags.
similar.
So I mean, we're still gonna top the group, but it's like, damn,
Yeah, dude. I'm not worried for us per se.
no.
Good job to Curacao.
Curacao.
Shout out
Say his name.
Jeremy Antoinis
Mm-hmm. Oh,
with the goal in the 94th minute. Shout out.
Nice
Oh, it was a
pronunciation.
94th minute equalizer from
Yeah.
Curacao.
yeah,
Yeah. And they had scored before, but it was chalked off.
yeah.
So, like, warning signs were there, genuinely. I don't know how we don't win this game.
Yeah.
But I'm not worried. Not signing the alarms. I still think we win this tournament.
Hopefully.
I still believe.
All
I
right.
believe that we will win.
Little FPL roundup before we end it off.
FPL. It's
Couple more stories.
not,
yeah.
it's
in
not
a
called
couple-
FPL.
Same thing, bro. You know what?
CWC.
CWC.
FCWC.
Couple more stories to run through here. Going on.
Why are you
Okay.
looking at me?
Shoot.
Martinelli, discussed by Bayern Munich. Why?
Ah.
Disgust.
What you mean? Why in terms of a Bayern Munich standpoint or Arsenal?
Okay, he's not like, bro. He's not terrible.
He's not Bayern Munich quality.
Well, it's a known fact that Bayern Munich need a left winger. First of all, they were looking at Barcola earlier.
Yes,
But
but,
it's-
that's not happening.
That's not happening because PSG are never letting go of that. So they need to explore their options somewhere else.
Yep.
I don't know if Martinelli should be their number 1 option, but
He would cook at- he would cook at Bayern.
I don't think he'd be too bad at
He would
Bayern.
cook at Bayern.
I don't think
I'm
he'd be too
not
bad
a
at all.
fan of that at all.
You just hate him. I kind of hate him too, but
Wow.
I don't hate him.
I think you just love Rodrigo. That's why you know.
I think you're trying to win the Champions League, and that's the kind of signing you're making. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
We all seen how Martinelli played against PSG in the Champions
Oh
League
my
semifinal.
God,
So
bro.
True.
just saying.
I hope you're happy.
I'm very happy.
I know you are.
Thank you.
Al Hilal believe they can convince Theo Hernandez to join their team. They have already agreed terms with AC Milan. It's looking ever increasingly likely to happen.
I mean, we're talking about one of the best left backs in the world today.
Yep.
And you can say what you want, but he's been Milan's probably most important player
Yeah.
over the last, did I say decade? He might be their second most influential player ever. After Maldini.
Theo Hernandez?
Defender.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I mean, like,
I was like, there's been a lot of really good
Defender,
players to
defender.
play for Milan.
Baresta,
Defender.
Cafu.
Kaka.
Like for their era, I mean,
Defenders.
for what they've
I'm
done.
just going the full
Yeah.
players. Though. Yeah.
For their era, I mean, for what they've done. There's people that say that. I've
Okay.
seen what's his name, Marco.
Yeah,
He said that,
Marcus said that.
and I was looking
He
through
seems
like,
like a nice guy. I respect his opinion, actually.
I was looking at like top players in their era, and I mean, Theo Hernandez really does stand out.
Yeah. Well, he won't anymore.
Yeah,
He
he's
will-
brought a lot to Milan.
I
is
really
what I'm
don't.
trying to
I
say.
don't like this transfer, bro. It's the same vein as Inzaghi going there. It's like, I understand if you don't have any more to give, if the football has left you, let's say, but this is a completely different scenario where like you're kind of near the peak of your powers, and you're going to Saudi Arabia, and it's like,
It's also different for a manager because we were talking about this. Managers can come back at 55
I guess.
and
Yeah.
still do well in Europe.
True.
Players are on a time limit.
Yeah.
I don't like this move, man.
Yeah, it's bad.
I really don't like this move. I don't like it for him.
I mean,
don't
do we
it
like
for
any
football.
moves of players, big players
Some I
going
can
to the Middle
accept.
East?
Some I can accept. Like Ronaldo going there pissed me off, but I can understand it
Yeah, I
because,
guess.
like, you know, you want to get to 1,000. You know, you're at the end of your career. You're at the
Yeah.
twilight. You know, that's what most players are doing. Benzema, Conte, etc.
Yeah.
But this one is like, I don't like it. I don't like it. Anyways, we talked about Marcus Rashford linked with Barcelona last week, or at least expressing interest in going to Barcelona. He's now expressing interest in going to Real Madrid as well. He's just shopping himself everywhere.
Yeah.
He was on a live stream with 2 massive Spanish Twitch streamers,
Really?
just putting
Kiko?
himself out there. I don't know their names, but he's really pushing for like a move to Spain.
Really?
It's getting a little bit desperate at this point.
Okay.
And then also with United, fucking Alejandro Garnacho just
I
posted
saw that.
something on Instagram of him posing next to a Ferrari in an Aston
Aston
Villa
Villa,
Marcus
yeah.
Rashford shirt.
What?
Aura.
That's
Aura.
utter woke
Come on,
nonsense.
bro.
Wearing a kit of an opposing team. In
That's
the
not
same
woke
league.
nonsense. That's just disrespect.
It's disrespect and woke nonsense. Well, actually, if it would be woke nonsense if he was getting praised. For
I'm
it.
really worried about United not being able to sell these players that need to go. And they're bringing down their own value too, fucking us over.
Makes me happy.
Of course it makes you happy, you mother. Anyways, what have you done lately in the window?
Zooby
Right.
dooby doo.
What have you done after January?
Zubamendi 4 different times.
And Kepa. Kepa.
No, it's not.
yeah, true.
Kepa?
Can't forget Kepa.
Come on, man.
Zubamendi like maybe 6 different times. And Kepa. We had to get our Chelsea reject in and then sign another
Oh,
Spanish
God.
midfielder, I guess. And then we go from there.
Another fucking thing.
Jesus.
PSG are now at final stages of negotiations with Ilya Zabarny.
I really like that.
Yo,
the
Bournemouth
only,
are
the only thing
stripped.
that bothers me,
Bournemouth are cooked.
Yeah.
Bournemouth got rinsed.
Yeah, they're cooked.
Yeah.
Their back line is
Semenyu's
rinsed.
gonna leave as well. You think? Like, don't you
I
think?
don't. He's not that good, in my opinion. But
I mean, the only thing that worries me in the signing of Ilya Zabarny is how he's going to get along with Safonov, a
What?
Russian goalkeeper.
ah,
No, I'm joking.
No, I do see it though.
No.
No.
I was just saying that for pure
just
joke.
like like a little extra zip on the back pass.
a little more venom on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Other French news: Paul Pogba looks like he's heading to Monaco.
And Fati, I just said
And
that.
Ansu?
And
Ansu was a
Ansu
long
as
time
well.
ago, I think.
Yeah, this is the move that I like.
I really like it for Paul.
Yeah,
Labille.
Paul
Are you
Labiole.
like a Paul fan?
No, he was also linked to
Who
Al
isn't a Paul
Ittihad.
fan?
So like, I like that he was
Who
going
isn't
to.
a Paul fan?
Wasn't there like a domestic violence case?
Okay.
No, there wasn't.
Oh.
I don't think.
No,
Maybe
there
been an
definitely wasn't.
allegation or two, but everything's cleared. Everything.
Like Thomas Barney.
Who isn't a fan of Labille? Seriously.
I thought you were gonna say who isn't. Who doesn't have allegation?
Wow.
You gotta love it for him, though.
Yeah, no, it's good.
You know, on his day, best player of all time. I'm kidding.
Nah, shit. On his day, it's really good, though.
Yeah.
On his day is.
On his day.
Those
Oh,
4
it's
assists sold you a
fantastic.
dream, didn't they?
What's that?
Those 4 assists, that one game sold you a dream, didn't they?
He told
Opening
me
game
dreams
against-
a couple of times.
Opening Premier League game against Leeds, I think.
Yeah.
That's what it was?
Sounds right.
Sounds
Yeah,
about
it
right.
was.
Shattered
Greenwood,
my dreams
goal
of,
as
uh,
well.
of
Bruno Fernandes hat trick
of
in
an
that
upset.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a disgrace, bro. I'm just seeing the Garnacho post again, and Rashford's in the comments saying, "My brother,"
I love
and
it.
then you have Goldbridge right under that comment saying, "Bang out of order to all of us who have backed you. It's a big up yours to United fans."
Goldbridge?
Yeah, Goldbridge
Keep-
said that.
Keep seeing
Under
that.
the-
Do you see that thing on Twitter about like it's like he's a massive prat for wearing that shirt and stuff like that?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
funny.
No, genuinely, it is disgraceful
I
from
love it.
Garnacho. He's just trying to bring his value down.
I love it.
Did you also see the video? I don't know how old it. I thought it was quite new about Man United announcing a new 3-year deal with a sponsorship, and Goldbridge reacting.
Really?
It's so funny.
It's just weird, bro. It's just weird.
It's
Other
hilarious.
football stories is the New York Jets owner Robert Wood Johnson, unfortunate name, has become the new majority owner of Crystal Palace, taking over from John Textor. It probably means that they'll be able to compete in the Europa League.
In the Europa
now.
League. Same with Lyon.
Nice.
John Textor had to sell a little bit of Crystal Palace so that
His majority stake in Crystal Palace.
his majority stake
That's
so
crazy.
that
Yeah.
Lyon and Crystal Palace would be able to play in the Europa League.
Valid.
Yeah. Shout out.
He also owns Botafogo.
He also has Botafogo.
Botafogo.
Yeah. Did
He has a nice
did
little-
you see how much he was celebrating, bro? He's been trying to beat PSG all year.
Nah.
All year. At the beginning of the season, I think he's like, we want to whoop their asses. That's literally, he said that. And there was like that whole story with him and Nasser Al-Khelaifi
Yep.
going on a Google Teams meeting and yelling at each other.
Yep.
Wait, actually?
Yeah, I swear to
Yep.
God, it's like an entire lore. And then
Yep.
after that, John Textor pulls up to a PSG Lyon game with a cowboy hat because Nasser called him a cowboy or something like that. Then they lose all this, and then he finally gets to beat PSG with his third team, Botafogo.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. There's also been, like, it's not really, like, a real thing, but there's also been kind of this discussion linking actually to baseball with Liverpool have been doing some absolutely brilliant, like, transfer market moves and spending so much money. And the same Fenway Sports Group owned by John Henry that owns Liverpool also own the Boston Red Sox the Red Sox have been kind of faltering lately, and a lot of people have been accusing.
I mean, they just traded their best player.
They just trade their best player, and they've been accusing kind of this owner. It's not really down to the ownership group of kind of just like not giving a shit about the baseball team and moving their entire assets and focus just to Liverpool.
I mean, no, I would too. Fuck.
Well, I mean,
Baseball's lucrative,
I know.
dude.
but baseball's
But that's
so
a disgrace,
lucrative.
though. That's
Of course it
that's
is.
a
But I
disgrace.
mean, I feel for the. Well,
Shout out
No, I
Rafi,
get
dude.
it. Like, that's usually how
yeah.
that's how a lot of like Arsenal fans have felt with Kroenke and the Rams.
With the Nuggets as well, when
Yes,
the Nuggets won
exactly.
and the Avalanche. Yeah,
that's
I
how
guess
that's
it's
how
the same thing.
United fans have felt with the Glazers and the Bucks. Like, it's just,
Yeah. Money talks. Money talks.
especially these American owners owning football clubs. Usually, you actually see them more into the American football teams. This may be a little bit different.
Yeah.
here.
Well, I mean, Liverpool just.
I
won
never
the
really
league as
understood
well.
what it really means from a Red Sox perspective. But thank you for filling us in.
Yeah, it's just another
Might be
reason
a
to
clip.
give excuses.
Might be a clip.
There you go.
Congratulations.
Stop,
He's scared now.
please. Please don't. Okay.
Can we get on to my favorite part now?
Fantasy roundup.
One more story. Y'all seen Lamine Yamal with a 30-year-old?
Oh
Yes.
my god. Who cares?
No, but that's a story.
No, of course we
Oh,
fucking
that's a
care. He's
story, though.
17 years
That's
old.
a
Bro,
story,
like,
though.
is it? What's the league? What's the age of consent in Spain?
18.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. do you have the storyline, like the timeline, the timeline of events?
It's just like
Make
they've
that
been
a clip,
pictured
huh?
like on vacation together, like on a jet ski,
Yeah.
getting really close up and personal. And like he's commented under a couple of posts. Apparently, her name is Fati Vasquez.
She's an OnlyFans model.
She is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, man. Oh Jesus.
Barcelona, he value Yamal for millions and millions and millions of pounds and whatever, but for just $6 a month, you can see his girlfriend.
Can I just say?
Close.
What the fuck was that?
I was sneezing while I said that.
What a fucking creep. And that's not getting talked about enough. The girl.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you
There's
doing?
there's also, she came out with a statement. Let me, bless you.
So sorry.
Bless you, mate.
She came out with a statement that everybody, like, they're
Yes.
not dating.
Yeah.
They actually, in the statement it says, "I'm waiting until he's 18," which is kind of fucked.
What?
I think so. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, which is kind of fucked. But apparently, people are taking this out of proportion, and that they've never dated. They've never even kissed, or all. It's drama, bro.
That's
His mom's good, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
big advocate.
Are we sure it's
for
18? Are we sure it's 18?
I'm 100% sure it's 18.
100. It's not 16.
Because sometimes Europe is a little different.
No, but no, it's 18.
Are you sure?
I feel like we need to fact check with this topic here. Are you good?
There wouldn't be this much talk if it wasn't 18.
No, there would be.
I'm not one of those people to be like, well, if roles were reversed. But
Well, yes.
if roles were reversed
yeah,
and this was
absolutely.
Oh.
a young
totally.
up and coming
Yeah.
female football player with a 30-year-old, there'd be a lot more alarm bells around
Yeah.
this. I'm gonna just say. What is age of consent in Spain?
Your search bar's gonna look really bad.
Lads, it's 16.
I told you.
Okay.
It's 16.
That's what I'm thinking at least.
But still, zoom out, big picture.
But still,
That's disgusting.
even if she goes, it's
I mean-
completely legal from a moral.
Nah, it's weird. but,
how
like,
how do you not think that's weird?
It's weird. It's weird. It's weird.
I heard it's weird, but what were you?
No, it's no
what's-
but. There's no but.
There's no but.
There's
It's
no
just
but.
it's very weird.
It's weird. But if it's like, let them. I mean, they can do what they want, I guess. Like,
if you're like 20, even if you're 22 with a 17-year-old, that's weird. If you like personalize it, but a 30-year-old?
yeah, that's a little weird. Okay.
Moving on to fantasy.
Chad, I'm not even cooking. I'm just not last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't come last this week by 1 point. Fuck you.
You came last 2 weeks in a row.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
by
but
one
I'm
single point.
it's a
I'm
weird way
like
to start.
17 points ahead of you though. So you better fix up.
Oh my god, the UI just changed on the website.
Mm.
It's not the jerseys anymore. It's the players' pictures.
Okay.
Whoa, what the hell?
Nice.
Anyways, what the hell, Burton?
It's a great way to start because I was talking about the refresh of rules for the I'm doing my best manager
Yeah.
last week. I don't think he actually.
No, I got a bone.
Was
I got
it,
a
was
bone
it
to
you
pick
didn't?
with
You
you.
didn't.
I got a bone to pick
Was
with
it he didn't have a time to do to take the course, or he just didn't want to?
you. I took the course.
Okay.
The course. The rules of the game does not allow you to make subs after the player has began playing on your bench.
Why would you want that?
What do you mean? Why would I
You
want
want
that?
to sub in a player after he scores the goal? That's the dumbest thing I might have ever heard in my life. You need to sub in a player before he plays because it's a whole point of a gamble. It's a whole point of fantasy in the first place.
He is kind of spitting back here, Mr. Betancourt.
Like you wanted to sub on Arias after he scored his free kick?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go through the rankings this week.
Let's go through the rankings, I guess.
This is fun. I like this. See, it's fun when I'm not last.
It's nice when you're
My
on the
leagues.
right end of the.
I'm doing my best with 55 points this week.
Definitely not doing his best.
Definitely not doing his best.
He is 50 points off of first already.
Oh shit.
It'd be hard to catch up.
It is Jan Sommer 2 points, Bastoni 1 point. Like if I can't keep a fucking clean sheet against Aurora Diamonds, then I have a problem. Dean Hoyson was on for a fucking clean sheet before Pachuca scored right at the end. Vardiel actually played, thank God. He got 7. Elise 9. Foden blanked the bum. Palmer blanked the bum. Adeyemi blanked the bum.
Adeyemi is crazy, bro.
Adeyemi's crazy.
He was playing against
Do not
the Sundowns.
disrespect.
I'm sorry.
Do
I'm
not
sorry. Up the
disrespect
Sundowns.
Sundowns.
But come on, mate. Come on.
No, do not disrespect.
Karma.
Come on, bro.
Karma.
Did he even start? I don't think he did.
No, he didn't.
Okay, yeah.
No, he didn't.
Yeah. Pour from the
Yeah.
manager over here.
Pavlidis captain with 22 points was at least a good move.
Decent.
And then Samu got 8. That was it. I only had 4 players get anything. And then Arias 14 on my bench. Mbappe didn't play. Whatever.
It's like a forfeit will be on this guy.
What is the forfeit? We've never talked about the forfeit. We can't talk about the forfeit now.
No, we'll talk about it off camera.
No, absolutely.
I told you no. Don't give me this.
Absolutely not.
Don't give me this.
What do you mean?
Do not give me this. I told you guys before the fucking fantasy season started, we have to come up with a forfeit because then
That's happened
It's
to
gonna
me
be fun.
twice, and I firmed it. So don't even do that. That's how
I
we
said
do
I
things.
said a smaller punishment. I said a smaller punishment.
Yeah.
What is that smaller punishment?
We'll talk about it off camera.
Okay.
Nando's?
No, that's too basic, man. We do this every year.
That's what he fucking got.
That's what he didn't do actually.
I'm not wearing a rival team kit. That's the punishment for
fantasy.
FPL.
That's
Okay, we'll talk.
So
off
what's the
camera.
line?
We'll talk off camera.
Okay, we'll talk on camera. Anyways, Rodrigo goes to Arsenal. 56 points. You just avoid the worst of the week.
The glazing is crazy. What's going
What
on?
do you mean? It's
It's-
progression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Alright, fine.
if you guys don't know the
Just a
lore,
needy team, bro.
initially, the Rodriguez to Arsenal 2 years ago actually took a course with the first place team of the FPL in 2023-24, the 2023-24
Yes,
season.
yes.
Took a little course there and was given some pointers as to where to improve, right? And in the last season, he seemed to have forgotten every single pointer that was given to him. However, However, he's back on track now, and I think I had another meeting with him this morning.
Yes,
Yeah.
very quick one. Yes.
So now he's back on track, and there's real potential there of him finishing first or second.
Okay.
Not first. Not second. Mamelodi Miles, I witnessed that meeting from afar. I saw Mamelodi Miles trying to get in as well. He was like kind of overlooking the shoulder, being like, "Wait, so can you repeat?
Mamelodi
that?"
Miles, with consent, asked the manager of
Did he?
Macedonia,
Did he? Can we confirm?
He did.
and Macedonia with his kind
owning you. Let's put some respect.
What?
owning you.
Macedonia
Yeah.
with respect and love of the game, sharing his knowledge with the lower downs. You know, he's sort of as if he's not Robin Hood, where he gives back to the community, and I think that's a really valuable perk. And it gives back to the Arsenal fans who have suffered so much this season.
Right.
And it's really just true showing of friendship. And just, yet again, comes back to the love of the game.
Sure.
So he's looking to build on it. He has some interesting subs of bringing in a couple Boca Juniors players in hopes.
I thought we were still on.
Oh, are we?
on
No, we
Rodrigo
can- it's
Sar's
No,
okay.
he
team.
literally said my name, Mamalo.
I
He
did,
literally
I did.
talks
I
So
about
did.
what? We're just gonna brush past his.
No, we're not.
achievements
We're not.
here?
We're
No,
not.
go-
Absolutely.
I don't-
we're
I-
absolutely
you don't
not.
have to
Go
much.
ahead.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, Trent for 7 points.
Well played.
Montiel for 9.
Well played.
You had Valverde for 8.
Well played.
And then Kane captain for 20.
You're heavy Real Madrid, huh?
Oh
I
yeah.
subbed out Montiel last week.
I just subbed out Valverde.
Okay, that's cool.
Bad for me.
Mamelodi Miles has Montiel.
Oh, just kidding. I still have him in my team.
Lucas Ribeiro, great poll.
Great pull.
Great pull.
That's
Di
the-
Maria
that
for
gets the Scouting
17.
bonus too. Scouting
Di
bonus.
Maria
as
for
well.
17. Kane for 20. Good job, Mamelodi Miles.
You know, there's actually a scouting bonus
Really?
in points if the guy you own is under, I think, 5 or 10% owned, and he does well, like he scores or assists, you get +1 point.
I love that. I love that.
Oh, that's a rule I like.
I kind of like this
great.
Club World Cup.
Yeah, it's cool.
Kind of good.
Okay, and then first was Massas owning you with 62 points on the week.
Holy.
Screw you, bro. He had Arias captain for 28
I
points.
thought
sorry,
he's so
how did
good.
you know
And
to
beyond
captain
that,
him?
nothing else, bro.
It's the strategy.
Who did you captain first?
Hakimi in
Okay.
the first game.
Okay.
Then I went to Carreras
Okay.
for 0 points.
Cabelas.
Then I went to. You'd have to tell me my team because I don't have it in front.
So you
of
can
me.
just captain whoever.
I just captain whoever plays in order.
Yeah.
That's literally the play.
But I have a question. Say like Kane scores
Yeah,
a goal
I see where you're coming
and you
with this.
captain him,
Just
do you just take a
it's up
gamble
to
to
you.
keep him?
yeah,
And
you're
you
either greedy or you're not.
You rode it all the way to Arias.
Yeah.
Fair play. Fair fucking play. Can't knock it.
Because no one did anything, so I did.
Yeah,
Fair.
Well, I mean, Kane got 10 points.
I didn't captain. I captained Musala instead of Kane.
Well, why couldn't you just captain him?
Kane.
Oh, in the game.
Oh,
I
because it's
understand
the
it,
same
yeah,
game.
okay.
Wow. Okay.
And then also in your team. Hold on. I need to confirm a change in my team I just made. Okay. There.
Wow.
Oh,
Go
Look at this.
Mid
No,
pod.
So
He's looking at the
unprofessional.
opposition's team.
Like unbelievable.
Did you look at my team and then made a change?
He definitely did.
That's messed up.
You're such a little.
Who'd you bring in?
I
weasel.
changed my captain.
Okay.
And
He's taking the tips.
then first right now you also had not much else.
Not
You
much
had
else.
Kane for 10,
I didn't have a
Garassi
great
for
week.
8, Alex Telles for 9, and that is it.
Yeah.
Ronald Williams, why?
Because he scored the same amount of points as Gregor Kobel, and I knew that would happen. So
Fair enough,
Alright.
dude. And that will do it. Okay. Everybody, this has been another episode of the 6ixYardBox podcast.
weird pod.
A very
Weird
odd podcast.
Kind of fun.
Very odd episode.
Friday's
back.
a big pod.
We'll be back for Friday with some
Yeah.
It's
special
gonna be a great pod.
where we finish off the group stage, talk about it. We do like a special little segment that we'll reveal later on in the week. Stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen.
Stay tuned on the YouTube.
Absolutely. Stay tuned on the YouTube. Be sure to like, subscribe, do all the things that you always do on YouTube. Hit that big red button and turn on notifications. I never say that. To never miss another episode of the 6ixYardBox podcast. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, be sure to give us a little 5-star rating and let us know, could you fit in that Auckland City team? And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been myself, Miles, Blake, and Antoine. It's been another episode of the real 6ixYardBox podcast.
We're good.
The real 6ixYardBox podcast. And we will see you all later on in the week. Goodbye.
We out.
See ya.